Time boys are back in town.
Oh.
Welcome to the Deadlock Podcast, episode 201.
That's right, James. 201, you got it. Nailed it.
Wow, it's a new era, man. That's I mean, you know what? I appreciate that, and I'm excited to start upon the next. Would you call this season 3? Was season 1 like 1 through 100?
Oh,
season
Jesus.
2 was 1 to 2. Season 3 is 2
sure.
to 3.
Okay, yeah. I like that. I like what you're
All
saying.
right,
the
well,
seasons
welcome.
don't happen till the television seasons are like in the fall, so we don't got another season.
Well,
till
thankfully,
the fall.
we're not on television. We're on the
What's-
Deadlock Podcast Network.
Yeah!
Come on! Yeah!
Come on, let's hear it.
Yeah, what's up, baby?
Let's
Yes,
hear it.
sir.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let everybody know we're a podcast too, please. We're not.
Oh,
just
yeah. I don't know if
YouTube channel.
anybody knew that or not, but we are a podcast. But it's exciting to start this new era here. And we're going to kick it off with none other than TNA Impact.
TNA.
This was the whole effing show.
A show that I didn't know existed or forgot it existed. Okay, never. I knew it existed. I didn't know it had a name. Thankfully, we have a psychopath in our midst with James Darnell doing
the whole
exactly
effing show?
Dude, the whole time.
what it
Dude,
was
what you
called.
watch? Let's watch TNA the whole effing show. What are you talking about?
Tony and I were like, what?
Is that a real thing? What happened?
I thought he was
Yeah,
just
it was like a pay-per-view quality show.
It was
on
restaurant
TV.
quality sometimes.
This
I
was in
assumed it
2010.
RVD's debut is what I thought. I don't know what it was.
Oh
but-
no, dude, he was already the champion by this point.
Yeah, I had a feeling once I started watching that I knew what it was, and then I did. But
Yeah, isn't that crazy that
Yeah.
happened on an episode called the? I think a lot of people omit that. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it, but this is the RVD Janice episode of Impact,
Yes,
and
yes.
it was called the whole effing show, and nobody ever talks about that this happened on the whole effing show. At TNA.
But James will not forget. He'll never forget.
No fucking way! The whole branding on the show said the whole effing show the whole night, and the whole code. All right, you know what? Let's.
Yeah, don't
We'll get there. We'll get there. But before we get to that, we got some updates for Deadlock. Of course, watch
course.
this up on our Patreon.
Oh, hell
what do we
yeah.
watch?
We watched, of course. How could you forget, James? We watched a CZW classic. It was a ladder match between Sick Nick Mondo, Super Crazy, and the one and only Rick effing Blade.
Yeah, Rick Blade.
Rick effing Blade. That's on our Patreon. Check that out.
Guys, you
know-
got to see this. You will never guess the ending. I bet you $1 million you would never guess the ending.
in this ladder match, you have no fucking chance of knowing what the ending of this match is.
It's insane. You got to see it.
You don't fuck with Rick Blade, we don't fuck with you. That's
No
fucking
way.
real.
No way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we also have SGH on the Patreon.
The invasion one is up, right? That's
And people said it was all time.
unbelievable reaction to that SGH. Maybe the most comments we've ever gotten on one in the shortest amount of time. So thank you all that checked that out, and that's obviously available with 37 other episodes of SGH on the Patreon.
Wow.
That's
go.
up for-
Why don't you tell people what SGH is? Maybe they don't know.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, new season, new fans, right? I
Yeah,
guess that's
right.
probably how it is. So, well, watch this, first of all, is our short form weekly. We watch a match every week. It gets put up on our Patreon. That's in the $5 tier and above. You can check that out. And there's, God, what was the last episode number? There's 144 of those.
We have 100. It says we have 152 watch this
Oh,
posts.
because we changed the name at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have over 150 watch this
Yeah.
episodes.
SGH is Something Gonna Happen, which is our long form version of that. It's monthly, once a month. We watch a long, watch a full wrestling show. Sometimes we watch a movie.
We watch a
some-
wrestling show or a movie the long way.
And there's 38 of those up there right now. And number 39 is coming up in July. And the thread for that is up on the Patreon right now as well. You in the $10 tier or above can go and submit your suggestion of what you think you would like us to watch, and you can watch along with us as well when it gets put up. So check that out on the Patreon right now. Also on the Patreon that went up, I think, around the same time the Invasion one went up, was another Retro Sync by David, which is David will go back and he'll grab a retro review from this podcast and sync it up with the actual footage. And you can watch that. They're usually tremendously done, and that's on our Patreon, also in the $10 tier.
Okay, and of course, DPW Tag Festival happened, and it was good. And
It
I'm going
was
to keep
good,
it 100
yeah.
with you, man. No bullshit, no funny business here, man. No one is doing this shit like this.
I mean, it's
Tag
awesome.
Festival goes fucking nuts. Matches are incredible. Super memorable night of wrestling. Fantastic commentary from Rich and Caprice.
They're amazing.
Fucking best production around.
Yeah, you guys know Caprice Coleman's our commentary team guy?
Did you guys fucking know that? You seen this? You heard about this? Fucking best production, best fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's got
Best
it all,
crowd.
man. Tap the fuck in. See the new revolution for yourself. DPWOndemand.com. This is that real. All right, now it's time for the Patreon shout-outs for people in the new season here, season premiere, Deadlock number 3.
James is going to go for the new season, going through all
No,
3,000.
I already knew what you were going to say, and we're going to go ahead and stop you right there. What we usually do around here, and not that, because we don't do that
We
anymore.
used to.
That was a season 1 thing, and we don't do that anymore. So season 3, season 3, we give you shout-outs if you sign up on our Patreon. So starting in the $1 tier, Thomas Kakas, Manny Garcia, Jack Black, Jay Blue,
I like that guy.
Brandon, Buck Hulk Hogan, The Long Way,
Oh.
Jordan Williams,
Jordan.
Mike Casamano, Giosu Gomez,
That guy saw me crack.
Pyre Nacho,
That guy saw me crack.
Link Optic,
That guy saw me crack.
Nigel Ahmed.
That guy saw me crack.
Hi, I'm an attorney for Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to stop slandering the good name of Mr. Cheese. Dead man farting. You've done it
that's a
now.
song.
You've gone and made a big stink A.
That's a James song.
Braylon BB. William Lynch. Bruh. Sadik 2000. Riley.
2000.
Rufus
Yeah.
Al Mosawi.
Shouts out.
NL Gold for life. yeah.
Dude, NL Gold's disbanded like 3 times over the weekend.
Yeah, you're right. Well, NL Gold Wolfpack started, then we took it back.
NL Silver.
That time, James said, I'm all about some big boy Ayo penis on the Raw after Mania 34 watch party.
Did you say this?
Mark, don't mess with me, dudes. You better back off. Ooh, ah, oh, oh, quaha. Hey, guys, don't mess with me or my kung fu skills. Ooh, ah.
Is that fucking from something?
AWBD 99, Joe H. $5 tier. Brett Hamilton, Grim Rats. Amish Shanky broke into my house and stole all of my light bulbs and said, if I told anyone, he's back. Jack Tollerton. Owen the Jammy One. Tony Pizza Guy shitted his pants last episode. I saw.
I heard somebody did.
It was definitely somebody. Joe Gilbert, Raekwon, the legendary Messiah.
Oh shit!
That damn panda, Noah Jones, Darren Paul Folks, Damian Clements, the Pope Mobile. Hey guys, what is 19 by 34? The teacher is coming around to pick up the papers. What is the answer, please? Dude, I really need your help.
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Big Cat.
6 something. I don't
Shadow
know.
Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. This pod is sponsored by the Shadow Government. Legalize nuclear bombs.
Is that the ads people get on the show?
That'd be awesome.
Gotta have money sound effects and stuff.
Cha-ching.
$10.
Yay.
Christopher Barnes.
Ooh.
Congrats on 200 boys.
200, all of them boys?
Here's to another 200 of shitty Taker promos,
No.
Steiner insanity, wrestlers
Yeah.
getting strikes,
Yeah,
and
probably.
JR impressions.
No fucking way, Sean.
Liam Frog Knockerson, cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Cock and ball torture, CBT for short, is a sexual activity involving
writing this
the
down?
app.
Yeah, hold on.
James, C
Involving the
Master Shizzle Rizzle,
Yeah.
Steve Linevy, Jake
Steve.
Albers,
Dun, dun, dun,
Dr.
dun, dun.
Titty Mitty,
Titty.
Desert Soup,
Oh.
Keaton Clip, Ocean
Yeah.
Dick, take me by the cock and lead me to the Johnson.
It's a good song.
Hugo Betrugo.
Sorry. That's probably your name. Sorry.
Hey, here's the hill. Shringle,
name.
Miles Jordan Mohammed, Antonio
Yo.
Lopez, Lance
shit.
Maxwell,
Oh, shit.
Deadlock Podcast Pose Down,
Oh, is there a
Blake
new
Sterling,
seg?
Tyler Moorer, Your Olympic Hero, Bud Garza,
Yeah.
Cameron,
Blood.
Mitch Gee, Travis Watkins, Stephen
Travis.
Blanding, William,
Oh, these are
Wheeler
normal guys.
Uterus,
Never mind.
Big Cheeky Dick, The Cock, Johnson, Peter. My name didn't make it onto the 200 episode. Oh, Lois, this is worse than that time I broke my foot at Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, it wasn't my fucking foot. You can't
Anthony
change the story. Fuck you.
Dwyer, D'Anthony,
Anthony Quagmire? Is that what you said?
D'Anthony.
D'Anthony Quagmire?
Holy, D'Anthony is crazy. Wow. Daniel Simmons.
That's your new CNW,
Kyle
D'Anthony.
Dude, D'Anthony
That's
is
my burner
crazy.
name, D'Anthony.
Jim D'Anthony would be a crazy wrestler.
Oh, wow, you're right.
I'm giving Tetsuya Naito 3 strikes for getting Subway before AEW Forbidden Door.
Listen,
let
you
me
guys
know.
are really fucking loose with these strikes. This is a committee here. Come on.
Sky Blue's #1 simp, the porn star, not the wrestler. Nathan Stevens.
Let me take a look.
Nico.
Give me a
Mark
second here.
Blackburn. Lowell Adams. The
Whoa.
Great Golly.
Oh my god, dude, that's a great nickname too.
Nate Friend. Isabel.
Okay.
Andre
That's your name.
Chase shoe game is on point.
And he likes DPW.
He likes DPW. Isn't that great?
So we like Andre
Webmaster.
Chase.
Yeah, we're in
Oh.
Chase U. I don't have a
Spider-Man.
funny line. I just want to watch funny stuff. Also, Johnny is a good boy. Please stop bullying him. Clinton Shea.
Thank you.
Gross Eye, Alexander Mendoza, Linda
funny?
McChicken, because you're 30 years old. Me playing as
Come on,
Wardlow.
bro.
Sorry.
I'm just a little guy.
Me playing as Wardlow and Danielson. No, it's not.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Me playing as Wardlow and Danielson in Fight Forever, rolling out of the ring, doing
Fuck
jumping
you, man.
jacks to hit you with my
Fuck
finish
you.
and W.
Fuck you, Linda McChicken.
Sam Avery, Anthony, Eduardo Hinojo's,
Yeah.
James Cummings,
Ooh.
Ben Anderson, Lester Lobotomy,
Anderson.
Daniel Simmons, I Eat Cheese, Shannon, you
don't
like
care.
AEW? Yeah.
Yeah.
Collision these balls in your ass, Mark
Oh.
Boy.
Oh,
Fight
come
these
on.
nuts forever.
Come
Yeah.
on, fight forever.
Bitch Boy Annihilator!
Holy shit.
Rock Hard, Juicy Dick, The Cock Johnson, Khalil Robinson, Modern Protea, Reset,
Reset?
Ishin brought to you by Subway,
Anderson.
Kyle Freisinger,
That's not your fucking name.
Hola, it's SpongeBob's cousin, Corn Bob, and I like to say Squidward, more like Squid Pussy. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
59
Dummy.
here.
Let me talk to you.
Dylan Turner, Hunter J, Adam Jackpot, $25 tier. Well, you know, it's the
Oh.
Big Shroom, Al Kroons, and Horace Hogan.
Who?
That's the whole name.
Tony.
$12 annual. Nicole Perry, Philip Oliver Hulse, Danger _Zone OG, $120
Oliver
annual. Yeah.
All right.
$120 annual James.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, no problem, man. And new Patreon champion of the world at 151.69. It's Jose! It's a season premiere new.
Dusty finish.
I hated
Fucking
that.
hate that
I hated
shit.
that fucking shit, man. God.
Or I loved it. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
don't
Shout out to
know.
Jose.
Jose,
New season, new
Jose,
champ.
Jose. Thank you, Jose. You're the fucking king. King of season 2, king of season 3, king of my fucking life. Oh, popping open the liquid death. Let's go!
Let's go.
Sir, chug.
All right. Now it's time for the Deadlock Gaming Review section of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Dan.
Yeah, this is brand new on season 3 of Deadlock, where we're going to review.
One time.
You guys like it? Or what you thought? So we're looking at AEW Fight Forever.
Fight forever.
Fight forever.
Yes. So obviously this is the talk of the town right now because it finally released. It actually came out, which is also maybe just as much of a surprise to anyone.
It happened, man.
It actually did fucking happen, which is crazy. I don't know the last time a game of this size, I guess that's the right word, I don't know, of like this size of a wrestling company put out a game like this. So
Right,
that's
that's not
cool.
a WWE one.
Right, yeah, exactly. So that's pretty cool. And a ton of people have been streaming it and watching it, and obviously we've played it as well.
It's also the talk of the town because it is split down the middle in what people think about this game.
It's crazy. It's split down the middle, what people think of the game, and then what people think of the people that are playing the game.
Oh yeah, and also that WWE is better than AEW, and AEW's in the trash. That's also
or AEW is the best and WWE is the worst. It's that's all the comments are. It's not half of it is about the game and half of it is about if you think AEW sucks or WWE sucks.
Really?
So it's pretty nuts. Off the rip, by the way, I'll just say I like it. I like the game. I like how it plays. I like it more than I did than when we were in Vegas. I like it more and I like it more. Surprisingly, I like it playing it more competitively in ranked than I do just playing the matches with people, which is not usually how I play wrestling games.
I think that's very cool that the game is meant to be played. So that's the biggest thing. It's not
that's the
to
campaign
say,
I heard.
Wow. So 2K is a little different in that sense where sometimes I feel like 2K it's fun, but the best way to explain a 2K experience when you're gaming and you're not just watching it or whatever is that the games can be very exhausting because the games are longer. There's a lot more going on. They're longer, they're slower. It's more methodical in the way that it's played out. And by the end of it, I don't know exactly if you're fiending to play more 2K games afterwards.
I'll get blown up.
Right. It's just an exhausting gaming experience.
I feel like I get frustrated after. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, if you play on, you say, let's say just comparison, a 1v1 online, you're just random fucking searching quick match on 2K23.
Or even with your buddy on the couch.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. You're committed to at least 15 minutes, right? At least.
Yeah, it's not to say that the game is bad or that.
No, I actually like 2K23.
Yeah, for whatever it's worth, they do have something over there. What I'm saying is that the experience itself is exhausting. So I don't think that the game, and you'll see it as these games come out, especially these 2K ones. Maybe not so much like the WWE series before 2K took over, but especially with the 2K series, that once the game initially comes out, pretty much no one's playing online at that point. Everyone just goes to their own accord, and then they do some custom universe mode, and then they do it for a week, and then they stop, and then they just come back to it every once in a while.
They come up with other things to do with the game.
Right, yeah. The game itself is a sandbox more than it is
100%.
Something to actually play.
Yeah.
But this game is literally meant to the game itself, right? The actual matches itself are the game. So if you're not playing the game, then it's nothing to do. Right. So which leads into the pros and cons of AEW Fight Forever, I think.
Sure.
Overall, really is that I'm not sure that in the cycle of development that they figured out that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, I can see that. Especially in when you're playing Road to Elite, I think you feel that a lot.
Yeah, I think that I am not too big on Road to Elite.
I don't think I am either. I've how many times have you played through it? Did you just do the one?
Just once.
Yeah, okay, me too.
I did it twice, actually.
Okay. Did you feel any different about your second time playing it? Or was it kind of the same?
We can just talk about Road to Elite if you want.
Yeah,
why
not?
Bit.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Because the first time I played it, I won the Battle Royale, and then I won.
We're going to be spoilers here, by the way. I don't know if anyone gives a fuck about that, but we'll probably talk about story stuff in the fucking mode too, so just a heads up. But go on.
So yeah, the first time I played it, they put you in the Battle Royale, the Casino Battle Royale, and they make you be number 2. There's no way around it. You're always number 2.
Does it always start? Does the story always start with that?
Yeah, that's the
with that match? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then you do that, and then I won that, and then I won mostly every other match after that.
Okay.
And then I went to the end, and whatever the story progresses on. But what I felt was I won. The big thing is you win the Battle Royale, then you get to the pay-per-view, and you get a title match for the world title. And then I won that.
You get a title match regardless?
I'm not sure because no, you don't. You don't.
Okay, because I lost legitimately every match in the last week leading up to the pay-per-view, and I got a title shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my playthrough Road to Elite, I did not win a title.
Oh, none?
I don't think so.
Did you get a title? You got shots, though, or no?
I don't even remember if I did. Maybe I got a tag title shot.
Yeah, did you do the tag title thing where you turn on fucking whoever your partner? Mine was Malachi. I don't know who.
That was Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way I was going, I won everything, and then after I won the world title, I never defended it till the very end of the game, and I thought that was kind of weird. I never once defended the belt, and I thought that was kind of strange.
Weird. I thought it was weird.
I didn't even come out with it either because if you're not in a title match, you don't come out with the title. So then I was like, wait, I have the title. Because then I got like a chance at the FTW title as well in the game. And then I won the FTW title and I was like,
you don't come out
with that either?
And I never defended the FTW title either, so.
Yeah, I won the tag titles, turned on my partner, and then they never acknowledged that I was the tag champion or had the titles ever again.
Yeah, it felt kind of weird. I was like, what's going on here? But I was like Kenny Omega just playing the first time, and then I did his whole thing, and then I won. And then the end, you go and like defend. Like the final thing is like you defend your belt or whatever, and then it's like the hardest match ever if you can win that match or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I went to the other time I was trying to get the Big Show, so like to get Paul White, you have to lose every match until there's like a match with Paul White. So then I just like weird. So I went in like you can just quit out of the matches and you lose it. So I just quit every match. But I like
okay, that sounds easy enough. I was trying in my head I was like, okay, do I just get DQ'd? But that makes more sense.
You literally quit the match and you lose. So like you can just do that until you get to the match with the Big Show. But anyway, so I actually like the story in that one better because you're like in a losing streak and then there's like shenanigans going on with like wrestlers and stuff. So like that has like a better story than the main one where you win everything. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, so there's like a...
So you like playing it the second time?
I like the one where you don't win the world title and then you do other stuff. It's more interesting. There's another one where
there's 12 stories, I think it was. Is that right, James?
Yeah, I think it's like 10 or 12, yeah.
Yeah, I think
there's another one where you have to play through and get like Brody Lee. To unlock Brody Lee, you have to get to a certain storyline with the Dark Order or something, but I never would get that triggered, so I don't really know.
Macho was just telling me he was trying to get that one too, but I think he was saying it's the same thing where you got to lose like your first few matches until you get to something. Somehow all the stories are triggered by you losing.
Yeah, you have to lose.
Which also comes down to a cool thing that they don't really tell you. Like, I think that's kind of cool, where they like don't tell you how to unlock things.
Falling into it is definitely a cooler feeling. Yeah, so when I was playing Road to Elite, I played as Cody, and I liked when it would give me a cutscene or something, and then that would be what the match is about. But I didn't really I didn't really I didn't care about going to Dark or Rampage ever. I didn't feel like I had to, and I didn't get penalized, or it didn't make it harder for me to play by doing those things. So I didn't feel incentivized to.
There was
ever
a couple
fucking
times
do that. There was one where you face Punk, and I was like, Punk challenged me to a match on Rampage. I said no, and then I went to Rampage and I had to face Punk. I was like, fuck.
yeah. And then there's another one where Dark becomes a thing, and then they're like, you want to fight a match on Dark, and then I think you get like the first match on Dark. But I did all that. But that stuff is like,
I think I did that too.
But I guess there is stuff that triggers in those, but I don't know like how you get them.
Yeah, maybe
I guess there's like things that go on there. But for the most part, like doing the dinner stuff and all that stuff, if you're not using like if you're not using like your created wrestler, there's no point in like doing any of that because it's just like seems pointless.
Oh yeah, okay. So online is for Road to Elite, what do you think of the minigame shit?
I'm okay with it. I actually
like it.
Yeah, you know what? I think that if they would have formatted Road to Elite a little better and not done a lot of this shit with like energy and fucking going to the meet and greet and da. I think that's trying to keep up with the marketplace. I genuinely think that's why they put it in. I assume at some point in the game that stuff was not in, and then they're like, look at 2K stuff, look at EA, look at look what they're doing. Like
this
a lot
obviously
of people
works because people buy it to
right, and it keeps them engaged with this and this.
Sure.
I'm sure there were like analytics that said otherwise, but I definitely would have done it. I think the minigame shit was cool. If like they should have even went more in on it. Like they should have been like, this is a BTE skit on camera, like that you're with BTE.
They were
like backstage. Yeah.
They kind of tried to frame it like that, but it didn't feel like it.
No, that's definitely the idea. Was that you're on BTE, right? Or at least that's what I've inferred from it.
They were that pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, if they would have like done it even like crazier, where like it's really BT, like Brandon Cutler's fucking recording or something, and
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I think it would have been a fun break from the monotony of playing the game, but also because you only play X amount of matches, and like I wish the mode was more about playing the game and giving context to the things around you, and then also like, oh my God, the Young Bucks have invited you to BTE this week. You know, what if that just popped up, right?
Yeah,
what if that just fucking popped up?
Like you got a DM or something?
Yeah, like it just popped up in the like to break the monotony of the matches that you're playing. Like the Young Bucks invite you to BTE this week, and like if you win, you get XXX and Y. What if you won the BTE title, and then you could have it out there win your matches? You know, like. And then you come back and they invite you again to defend it, and then like you have to keep defending this in a mini game thing.
It was also strange when you won the mini games. speaking of the BTE title, like it wasn't there. It was the TNT title that you're holding up.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
Yeah, it was every time.
Why? Obviously, as I said before, online has been something I've been playing a lot. I know James is playing it a fucking ton as well. And I will say, at front, I do have fun playing it. The matches are short. I feel like more times than not, they're like 5 minutes long. I don't know how long your matches usually go, James, but I feel like mine never go past 5.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, like I said, we talked about the cons a little bit. The pros of this game are that the game is fun. The game, the match to match is super fun. Everyone's is super unique in their own way, and they have stuff they can do. There's stuff that's busted, but we can talk about that a little bit later.
Sure.
The where the game shines is bell to bell, and it also shines in its ability to allow you to feel like you're seeing something special. Like if just being able to change Rick Knox and Aubrey Edwards as the ref, is like cool. Or like being able to unlock the exploding, the bad explosion from real life and stuff.
Sure,
the game shines in its ability to make you feel like you're playing something special, and it also shines in the bell to bell matches. Like if you think the game is janky, it's because you don't understand what you're playing yet.
I've seen that a bunch. I don't understand the janky thing.
A lot of people don't understand a lot of the no mercy mechanics. Like I'm surprised at how much people a lot of people don't understand like to crouch and then you can kind of grab or strike off the ground.
You do a wake up hit.
They don't understand that you can't heavy grapple at the beginning of a match because heavy grapples are supposed to be used when your HP is below a certain percentage.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand heavy strikes or like strike comboing into heavy strikes. Or they don't understand mixing people up and like trying to, because like obviously you use different. You have to read people and like mix them up. It's a different game than like just grapple, fucking, you know what I mean? Finisher. You have to like. And it's not something, and once you get good and you start playing on elite difficulty and you play against people online, it's super quick. Like everything is bang, 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 bang. Like if you don't have the next thing ready to go, like you're already behind. So the game is super fluent and it's super fast, like you mentioned. Like every game, 3, 4, 5 minutes tops. Like if it goes 6, max, then we're going epic. We're going Broadway.
If it's 6, it's because Bryan Danielson keeps bailing out on me.
Yeah, which brings us to bail out and some of the skills and abilities.
Fuck, man. So we were talking about it a little bit before. Tony mentioned so for those that don't know, I guess because some people probably haven't played this, so they're just hearing about this shit. But if you haven't seen it, go watch all of our videos on it. They're really good. We have one on the DEADLOCK channel actually. So there's skills that wrestlers have. You can't unequip any skills from a wrestler. You can't give them any skills. It's just everything that they have built into them. So there's skills like bailout, where if you fucking get hit with a move, you can just hit R3 and you roll out of the ring, and you can do it as many times as you want. There's one where you can kip up. You get a signature and you can hit R1 and you constantly can fucking kip up, which isn't as bad as the bailout. Bailout's
you can
really
do it out of signature too.
Is that right?
There's two different ways to do it. So like one, I think it's like circle or something. You can do it like randomly. But if you have a signature, you can kip up automatically no matter what. So,
There's the impulse one. Was it
Desperation Impulse?
Desperation Impulse, which is a lot of different things. Everyone if you have it, some people have different ones. Like Malachi has one where he gets up and fucking spits you with the black mist, which is awesome. But then there's also ones where you can get like inside cradled, which is horrifying because I have lost to it.
I've lost to a lot. Yeah,
it's scary as hell. But I don't mind that one.
I don't feel like that one's that good because like you press it and then it goes away and then you never can do it again.
Yeah, it's just done. Yeah,
but it does have a high percentage of like getting a 3 depending on their
if you
HP.
roll them up. Yeah,
that's awesome. I actually kind of like that one.
You have to read that one online. It's definitely not overpowered in any sense. Like you can read it and you can see it coming because they have to be in danger state to activate. So if they're not in danger state, like if you get them down and like you can't pin it, if you hit a finisher and you go directly into pin, they usually don't have enough time to activate
to fuck it up. But
if a finisher like knocks them away a little bit, they do have time, and you have to kind of read that and like
walk into it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and especially because the matches will end after like one finisher usually. If you hit
sometimes
2
one
sigs.
But yeah.
You just have to be able to read that. That's not broken, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. No.
I feel like and maybe there's some that I haven't experienced still, or maybe some that we haven't realized can be abused. But the only one that I really fucking had a problem with is the bailout. Just being able to roll out of the ring as much as you want, whenever anytime you get knocked down, you can just roll out of the ring. I mean, there's ways to defend it in the sense of like if you're a diving character, like I was playing as Wardlow, so it was way harder as Wardlow when I was facing a Danielson who would bail out. Then I'd have to like try to run out of the ring and fuck him up, and it was just a pain in the ass. If you have a diving character, you can dive on him, but it's like fuck.
It wouldn't be as bad if you could.
Well, if there was a limit on it, first of all.
Yeah, well, a limit, and whenever you bail out, you instantly are ready to go after bailout.
Yeah.
So, like, you can bail out. Anytime you sell on the mat, you can bail out. So, like, sell on the mat, bail. You could hit, like, a heavy grapple, bail out. Heavy strike on somebody, bail out. Yeah. It's not like you hit a finisher and they hit, it's like, oh, they fucking used the one bailout when I was about to win. No,
yeah, you can do it on like, a fucking.
We're 45 seconds in the match, I did heavy grapple and he's bailing out already. And oh my god, now he's taunting on the outside with taunt buff, so he gets fucking meter.
Oh my, that's okay. Taunt buff is also fucking bad. Taunt buff is not good.
It's only bad on the outside.
Right, yeah. Which is bad enough for me to, complain.
No, yeah. I think anything that has to do with the outside of the ring, I think that all of this stuff, like I think the Desperation Impulse and like bailout and all that stuff makes for a very interesting game when it comes to playing against the computer and in a casual couch experience.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's also there's fucking also a super competitive nature to this game that I think they should capitalize on, and I don't think that they should edit the actual game in that sense. I think that they should make ranked more competitive. I think that like if you're going to do a ranked with a leaderboard in X, Y, and Z, I think that like that has to be different from the actual game. So like if you want to play casually and all that, right, or on the couch or offline, the game should stay the same because it's fun and it's fluent and there's a lot of fucking different shit.
Why change any of that?
But in ranked, I think that there's some really cheesy ass shit that makes for a fucking horrible online experience that will turn people fucking off. Like it will turn them off from the game legit.
Easily.
Like watching I have like 2 matches against a Cody Rhodes with bailout where like he legit bailed out on every single move.
I didn't
every
know Cody
single
had
move.
Bailout.
I didn't either, and he used it every fucking time. Bailout on every move.
What the
I legit had the same experience with a Danielson.
It's unbelievable, and it's so frustrating. And not only is it frustrating for the person playing, but the people watching. I had so many people in the chat go, and this is exactly why I do not play this shit online.
Yeah, dude, I was like, fuck this fucking
These
game.
games these games have a history of people hating playing online because the shit is corny as fuck.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then people bail out, and then they'll just run around, right? And then they'll taunt and run around.
Dude,
and then
taunt, run around. Yeah,
it's and No Mercy, that'd be no problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't get meter on the floor in No Mercy.
You lose meter on taunting on the floor.
Yeah, you actually lose meter in the floor. Yeah,
which
that's
is,
how it should be. That's how they should. Yeah,
sure. I don't even mind that, Tony. But even if it was just you just don't gain meter, I'd be fine with. You don't even need to lose it. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, feel like on the floor for ranked is like
being penalized for doing it.
Should be penalized. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way to put it. I think either you turn in competitive. I think you turn ring out off, or you penalize them for going to the outside.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before, James, where I feel like they wouldn't do the ring out thing because there might be just moves and shit like that are tied to going out of the ring where it would fucking break something and just like the game would explode into smithereens or something.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
But if
the option is there,
sure, absolutely. Why the fuck not?
Maybe like I feel like maybe I was thinking about it last night while I was playing around in training with bailout, and I was like bailing out, and then I'm like, okay, so if you turn this off. The thing is, and it's an innate thing that everyone's had. Anyone that's ever played No Mercy or Virtual Pro probably, and they played against other people know that the second you get sick in those games, your first innate reaction is, I'm going to sprint away from you.
I run out of the ring.
Because I'm leaving the ring. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
That's how that's how I'd win like every like title career thing would be like, I'm getting out of the ring until their finish is over.
Yeah.
Right. But it makes for a super frustrating experience in a ranked thing, right?
Yeah, ranked thing is so fucking
I was messing around with bailout and stuff, and I was like, people will still find a way to be cheese in this, right? So like go on the apron and then like sit on the apron and then just keep blocking or back dodging on the apron, right?
Yeah, the one I talked about earlier where you can go to the top rope and like just taunt and until somebody rushes you down and then just a fucking dive attack because
the top rope cheese.
Yeah, too. Reversing aerials seems way harder than anything else.
I don't think I've ever done that. Bro.
Yeah, you can, but it's
just
it's
not
easy.
easy.
It's never happened for me. It's like
it's
possible.
fucking hard. The timing of that, and I feel like the timing of ground attacks is way different than normal standing strikes and grapples. But I assume that's something I'm just missing.
Well, also like reversals, I will say I feel like there's sometimes where like I did a reversal, but it didn't happen. I'm like,
that happens a lot online.
An explanation of why. I understand that it's tied to momentum, but there's sometimes where legit I'll get the buff for reversing a finisher and I just won't reverse it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'll get, because like you'll go up to like signature state and then it's like, well, but you don't get it.
Yeah.
You never reverse
My character
it.
has the elite defense skill. I reverse the finisher. I get the signature buff for doing it.
and
then I get hit with the finisher and lose. I'm like, okay.
Oh, speaking of that, sometimes online it'll show that they'll hit you with a finisher, but it doesn't look like they have a finisher.
Dude.
And then it's like, how do you get a finisher?
The
visual
visual glitch has to be fixed.
So brutal.
Who was I playing against that did that to me? It might have been Chris or something.
It was Chris, because it happened to me too with Chris.
Yeah, and
Chris
I was
has
like,
the cheese for the visual.
visual, like he hit me with something. I kicked out of it. I was like, oh, he doesn't have finisher anymore. I can play this a little different.
Yeah, you have, because mentally you're not afraid to go in.
Right,
no, yeah.
But he had fucking finisher the whole time.
And he just does it
He did
cold.
again.
Yeah.
Finisher straight up.
That's
I was like,
brutal.
oh, okay, damn. So yeah, there's a visual glitch with that. Though I'll have to say the peer-to-peer 1v1 is not bad. Peer-to-peer with anybody else,
Dude.
like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, how many people.
2v2. So I did 2v2 ranked with Chris, and it was legitimately fucking insane. Like peer-to-peer to peer-to-peer is not, like, even with 4 strong connections, I think it's fucked up. Like,
oh really?
It was like half of the time we couldn't, well, half of the matches we couldn't connect to, and then the other half it was like someone would tag in, the game visually wouldn't know that they tagged in, so the person that gets in the ring that was tagged in is doing the rolling out of the ring because they're not tagged in animation, but like still fighting me. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? One time, Chris pinned somebody. It went 1, 2, 3, and then the match continued, and I had to win. Yeah, it was fucked.
I totally forgot. I didn't get to talk to you about it, but last night I was that Cody Rhodes that was bailing out the whole time.
Yeah.
I chased him to the outside. I kicked his fucking ass. This was the second game. He bailed out and beat me the first one. We ended up playing like 3 or 4 times. I won everyone after the first one, by the way.
Good.
Yeah, I was like, I started playing different. I have like this James stupid rule in my head where I'm like, okay, I have to finish a match a certain way to feel like I'm paying respect to you as a player. But then like,
me
you
too.
do
Even if I think
cheesy,
you're a piece of shit, I have to do a Sigger finisher to beat you.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if you cheese me, then the rule's out of the window, and I'm gonna fucking, you know what I mean?
Now you can die.
So first match he cheeses me. I said every time I face you after this, I'm gonna be real rude. I promise you. So I go to the outside. He bails out as I get signature. This time I just fucking straight up just walk out and chase, straight to the floor. And I guess he didn't expect it, so I just start fucking spamming fucking F5s on the floor with Wardlow.
Dude, I did the same exact thing.
Dude, just
it got
F5s.
the count out win.
Dude, okay, so hear this, and it's funny as fuck. You can go back and watch it on Twitch if you want to. But I hit this guy with like 5 F5s on the floor, fucking powerbomb finisher on the floor. I fucking take my time and walk back in at 9. The count resets to 1 as I'm outside and about to roll back in. I go, how the fuck did this shit just happen? How did this reset before I step in the ring? What happened was, the ring? No, he was on the floor. What happened was, when I F5'd him one time, his foot glitched into the ring, and it counted as him being in the ring, and it reset the count to 1.
Did it hit the apron or something?
It hit like the apron, yeah, and it
the
like
apron resets.
It does have a crazy fucking. That is a crazy. I love that move, by the way. It looks so fucking gnarly in the game. Wow. So it thought that you
got back in the ring.
F10'd him into the ring.
Yeah, and then it did. I didn't, but it thought he did, so it reset. Wow. And I said, "Wow." Anyways, he got back in, beat the shit out of him. But
hell yeah,
I did my thing.
Dude, that's like a real AEW MJF match where his foot like got in the ring or something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that's like, I think that if you're gonna do, okay, so like obviously on PC, there's not a lot of players. I assume PlayStation and Xbox, so I'll say it's probably 5 times the amount of players on PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh my god, there's nobody playing on fucking PC.
Right, there's nobody playing on PC. So I think that like, and I talked to you guys about it a little bit, but like how Halo had to do some stuff. Like Halo started dying.
Yeah, sure.
And like it used to have a bunch of playlists, but then as time went on and less people started playing, it didn't make any sense to like have 900 playlists with 80 people in each of them, right?
Yeah.
So I think at some point this game has to make a decision on like, I understand you want to be able to play everything online, but you shouldn't be able to pick everything because it queues you in different playlists and there's nobody playing these playlists.
And it kills the player count, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, this is for a different time completely, but we can talk about it at some other point, I'm sure, but rank should probably be like just 1v1, and it should also be a completely different rule set. It should be best of 3. Like, it should be like a real experience. Like, when you go into ranked, your casual play should get you ready to take on ranked, and like your exhibition should get you ready to take on ranked.
Well, when I think of ranked, I think I want to play competitive. I'm not playing ranked because I want to do. If I'm going to do an exploding barbed wire death match, I'm not going to play a ranked competitive match.
There's no way. No way.
You know what's funny, dude? You know what's funny? That might actually be the mode. Because you can't go to the outside. You can't cheese.
Yeah, I guess the only issue is the bomb.
The bomb. Health. Right.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Sure.
I
get what you're saying.
It's kind of like on Def Jam Fight for New York, where you start in Club Murder and the competitive stuff.
Yeah.
You start in the cage. Maybe you fucking start.
The cage of Club Murder is fucked up, dude.
It is fucked up.
Wall bang crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's it. We have to play around with it.
We should.
We have to play around with it, like, tournament wise, and see like what makes the most sense. What exactly, a lot of these things that we're talking about right now might not actually be like too broken. They feel broken right now because it's super early in the game and shit.
There's no patch has been out yet. There's they haven't fucking even blinked at any of that shit yet. So
until we actually have players playing for stakes and trying to win and shit like that.
For real, for keeps,
you can't really tell what's actually broken and what's not until that happens.
I feel like if they're playing for stakes, they're gonna do the rollout like that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so
too.
If there's money on the line, I would bail out every time.
I'm springboarding my ass off as Kenny Omega. Here comes my powerbomb knee and fuck you.
yeah, 500%. I imagine for real. It'll be interesting to see like what characters make it far, into the turn, like Super Smash Bros. Melee, like early on, all the best all the people that were in the top were Marth, fucking Fox, Falco. There wasn't a lot of switch, right? But then like 20 years later, now there's Yoshi and Jigglypuff and fucking the bunch of characters, Ice Climbers and all that stuff, right? So I don't know if that game will see like this. My hope is that the game doesn't die.
Me too, man. And
because I think we all enjoy it. So like,
I fucking really do. I really like playing it. Like, I haven't felt this way about wanting to play a game competitively since fucking. Well, there was the 1 week where I liked Battlegrounds, and I think a lot of people did.
Hey, dude, AEW Fight Forever, you gotta watch out for Battlegrounds too.
Oh,
I'm telling you, they're gonna smoke you.
So crazy.
Don't let them smoke you. I'm telling you,
Battlegrounds 2 would be so fucked up to put out.
Don't let them get Battlegrounds 2 out, man.
Dude,
I'm telling you,
Battlegrounds I thought was a fun fucking mode that they took so long to fix all the fucking cheesy shit and shit not working.
They come out with Battlegrounds 2 with moves. They got moves, bro. They're gonna smoke you. Don't let them smoke you like this. Fight back.
That'd be crazy. But yes, the last time I felt like excited about a competitive wrestling game like that was fucking All Stars, which was 2011.
Dude, All Stars was so good at competitive.
I loved All Stars, bro.
Because you playing the game was fun. Like,
it was,
and it's quick, and you fucking get to the next one. Like, that's the biggest thing. Is like, okay, I sometimes losing like really quick sucks, and it feels like shit. But you're like, oh, I'll shake that off and go to the next.
I'm moving on because it was only 3 minutes of my life.
Right, exactly, and it should be like that. It should be like, okay, get to finisher, bam, wham, we're done. Okay, now best of 3 set. I'll come back and I know what you're doing. I'll fucking beat you the next time. Data acquired, pussy.
Dude, if I play a 2K23 match and I'm fucking 20 minutes in and I lose, I'll fucking put my head through my monitor.
There's no fucking data acquired. There's no data to acquire. It's like, damn, we just did 20 minutes of fucking. I kicked you on the ground 20 times and then fucking.
I stomped you forever. Yeah. Fuck you, man.
I'll close the app before the match in 3. It's a 3 count.
That's another fucking thing. Great fucking. I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. Because there is sometimes you are penalized for quitting, and sometimes you're not. And if you, James, you could probably explain it more, the point differential, where it doesn't matter to guys higher ranked to quit.
This is ranked, right? Just ranked.
Yes,
only
correct.
Correct.
I think it would be nice if they, obviously that we don't have boards anymore. Right. But I think it would be nice if somebody. We might have to. might have to start the AEW Fight Forever board. I think somebody has to come out and like explain some of the things, not only in the game to people, because I think a lot of people would enjoy the game more if they understood what Desperation Impulse was, or that like they can't do heavy grapples at the start of a match. Somebody has to tell them this information, and like AEW should make a video. Hey, this is the best way to play AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah.
You know, start with strikes, light grapples, go to heavy grapples, switch up, mix ups, finisher. You know, like someone should
any
say
kind
that.
of tech. There's got to be some tech here.
And like, here's Desperation Impulse. This is what you do. This is how you can win. Or da 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 da. This is how people don't even know that you can go to the menu and look at the attributes for the wrestlers and the skills. They don't know
We need
that.
Call of Duty build videos for Fight Forever.
Like, look at this, guys.
They used to do a
The skills
SmackDown
thing is
versus
crazy,
Raw,
James.
wasn't it? Didn't they do that?
Yeah,
They had, like,
THQ
videos.
used to make the
Tutorial video.
Yeah, they
had
would.
it.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
they
way
need to
they
bring
used
that back.
Tony, the way they used to advertise SmackDown vs. Raw and WWE, where they would show you them playing the fucking game. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There's like a controller on screen too, or something.
Because they were
wasn't
so proud of like how the game actually played, and like they wanted you to play the actual game.
Yeah.
Like the marketing for the WWE shit has just turned to look at the graphics and entrances and
look
like
at this big ass
shit.
roster. That's a big ass roster, ain't it?
You
Yeah,
ever seen John Cena's career? Look at his career. His career is awesome.
Tony, they did have the controller on screen too to show you the exact timing of pressing the buttons.
Yes, exactly. They need to bring that back. Come on.
that shit was dope, man.
It was cool.
But yeah, so I think they need to do something and like explaining like this is ranked mode. What does ranked mode exactly mean? What do these things?
What can
What
you
are
expect?
ranked points? What is this?
Right.
But from what you can kind of get an idea of here is that you get points based on winning the matches and like how much they play out here.
Yeah,
And
how many? Yeah,
how
there's
many-
like a system. Like there's like you get ratings for length of match, amount of moves you've done, your HP, your opponent's HP. I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the math is for it.
No, I have no idea. And you also you get points based on if you beat somebody in a higher rank than you, if they have more rank points than you.
I only found that out because I saw you do it.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
If you beat someone at a higher rank than you, then you get more points than if you beat someone in a lower rank, which makes sense. But like, you know, an explanation would be nice. Any communication at all would be good. I don't think there has there
That'd
been
be cool,
any explanation
about
like
anything in the game?
Anything? Has there been any
Oh, like,
communications?
like publicly? I don't know. I don't think so.
Something they should do is AEW community nights, like legit. Like 2K was, or
Oh, you talked about this recently at
yeah, it
when
wasn't
we were
2K, it was THQ.
Yeah, you said they would do like they would fucking meet up on like a Friday and the fucking team would play.
Yeah, so like Sitterson, Aubrey Sitterson used to be the community manager for the games, and like he would get on a weekend night and he'd have a little fucking get together where you come play with like devs and shit like that.
That's awesome.
But like you can do that with the wrestlers in AEW.
Yeah.
Like if you guys want to really market the game, then like having a night where the Chugs comes in and he plays against the community, right?
I legit just tweeted about that the other day because I was reminded of the TNA Impact online achievement where you get an achievement if you played against a TNA wrestler or somebody that played against a TNA wrestler, which I thought was
it was like
awesome.
an infectious achievement.
Yeah, infection
Dude,
achievement. Yeah.
I swear I had that achievement, but I could not find it. I think it was like a different Xbox account because I swear I had
that's
it
cool
because
as fuck.
I randomly got it. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like I didn't even know
that's
what it was
cool.
until
Yeah,
I got
love
it.
that. Why not have that?
Well,
Yeah,
especially in a game where there's like it's the gameplay itself is so quick and fun to play. Like you don't have to get on and do a 20-minute. You know what I mean? Like so like somebody
especially
on
in a streaming world where like you could also stream that and get fucking views on
what
it.
I would do is I would set that up. It doesn't have to be a weekly basis. It could be bi-weekly if you wanted it to be.
Just
But
set a date.
I would set that up. I would set drops, honestly, for if you watched it or not. If you could, if you participated in the community night, you get a little drop. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be something for road
Just a
release.
stupid shirt in the
Could be
game
a
or whatever.
shirt if you wanted to, like community night.
Chicago style hot dog shirt. Let's go.
Yeah, like if the shirt said community AEW community night, I was
that's
there
cool. Yeah,
or
that's
something
cute.
right
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah. The I was there is based. I like that.
I was there. Yeah, and you get that if you participate long
that.
enough.
I want that
and
now.
I played community night and all I got was a stupid shirt.
Yeah, it's a hot dog on it. Yeah, no,
Chicago
if you
style.
do something like that, or if you happen to match up with somebody in the stream, right, and you beat them, then you get like a certain like in-game item, like you get
like
something
an
that no
emblem
one
or
else,
like a banner.
you get
item
like an
or whatever.
avatar, or
even a
emblem they have,
badge,
right?
yeah, like
A badge.
or-
That's what I was looking for. That's
or like
yeah,
a skin for the weapons or something,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Like
That's
I think that'd be very cool. Like,
I can't imagine that's too hard to do, right?
I don't know. I have no idea on like how
Yeah.
difficult that would be, but these are just ideas I think would be pretty interesting, and like it would set you apart from 2K. Like I feel like being hands-on with the community and like showing that not only you guys love this game, but you love that like people love playing this game and like
right,
like it. I mean that would really set you apart. I feel like 2K
fostering
stuff.
a community is something I haven't seen in a wrestling game in fucking forever.
Dude, exactly. I feel like it's super cold when it comes to that shit.
There's a total disconnect.
Yeah, so having like you guys have to be the complete opposite of what they're offering over on 2K, right? Like, so I think jumping in and doing that kind of shit, and like, especially if you can get somebody in the dev shit that's like good at the game to be rocking crazy.
Damn, dude.
Like,
oh my
he's
God.
just
And then like
obliterating
it's like, oh, we got to go fuck this dude up. Come on, somebody's got to beat him.
Dude, and like getting the actual getting the actual in game from beating him is like an achievement, because like this guy is good, right?
He's got to be.
Yeah, like it's not just you run into him and you beat him and you get it. It's like, oh fuck, I got to beat this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like the boss.
Yeah, like that type shit. Even
That's
if they
awesome.
I don't know how they would do this, but obviously they dev the game and shit. But if the guy had like beefed up stats or something, and like you come across him online and he is like the big boss, right? You're like, oh shit, like the nameplate's like fucking gassed out crazy, and he's fucking like the big boss or something. That'd be like crazy. What do you got like an in-game character and it's like fucking THQ guy or AEW guy? He's fucking just this beefed out
like
fucking like this beefed up monster, and like you beat him. That'd be crazy.
The THQ guy from
THQ Nordic Ned.
Dude, and what if you like unlocked him if you beat him? Dude, there's so many fun.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah, there's so many cool
THQ guy from the Aki games would be sweet on that.
You're making me sad because this ain't happening.
No, none of this shit's happening. But these are just all ideas that would set you apart.
The day that we get the fucking oil prints to fund a game, this will be the
we will kick
DPW
y'all's
game.
asses every week in this
Every
game.
week
You
we'll be
understand? Yeah, no, that would be dope as fuck. But I say these things because I want this game to live.
Yes.
I enjoy playing this game a lot. I would really like to see more people into it, and I understand. I every single gripe that I see about price point, content, everything, you're right. I cannot dispute you on any of these things. So like, if you feel that way, you're right, 100%.
There's no convincing you. There's no need to convince you.
Also, the game is fun.
Just another thing I wanted to talk about, because this is something that I was excited about the game when it was coming out. Dude, the weapons are so fucking fun in this game. They are so fucking fun. There's so many of them, dude. Whoever made that fucking happen is a genius, because they're all awesome. I feel like even now, after I've been playing a ton, there's still things to do with certain weapons that I didn't know. Like, I think I was playing with James and Chris the other day, and like James had like a bat or something like that, and he hit Chris with it and it exploded. I said, what the fuck? I didn't even know it would blow up. I was like, that's awesome. Throwing bombs is awesome. Throwing the champagne bottle is cool.
Dude, that's cool, yeah.
The tacks are so
fun.
Yeah, the thumbtacks are awesome, bro. That's crazy.
Is the tax only in the lights out match? I feel like it is.
Yeah,
no,
I feel like sometimes I'll get something else that's not tax. Yeah, in other modes.
Yeah,
like I'll get like the bat or the broom.
I was only able to get it in the lights out match when I had a signature and I went to look for a weapon. That was the only time I've been able to get the tax. And it was a one-on-one, I think. But yeah, the tax are fun as hell. Yeah, the skateboard, I mean, we've already fucking talked about that, but the skateboard is so fun.
That's so awesome.
I wish the tables weren't so finicky. I feel like you breathe on them and they fucking get knocked over. I wish it was like easier to do spots with them, because table spots are awesome. But yeah, everything else I love the way. I wish there was a light tube. I don't know how there's not a light tube. I think that's insane. There's a bomb. There's not a fucking light tube.
Yeah,
give me a bundle.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a bundle. Give me a pane of glass. Come on now.
Dude, the one thing that I will mention is like the weapons. I think you talked about it before, but like when they go invisible, when they're in the ring and then you do moves on them, it's kind of like
I guess there must be a reason for it. But yeah, I mean it's not a huge thing, but I like, if a ladder's there and I do a move onto it, I kind of like to see the ladder and see the ladder bounce around and all, because it does more damage doing a move on a weapon.
It does.
So, but I mean, it's not a big fucking deal.
Yeah, I mean, to wrap it up, I enjoy the fucking game. I think the gameplay is super snappy, super fun.
Fun to pick up and play,
y'all
for sure.
gotta hunker down or this shit is going to Nice.
It's gonna die, and it'll die before you even get to fucking season pass 2.
No,
Which
you
will
have
be so sad.
Yeah.
It'll be so sad.
it'll be sad.
Me having to go back and play in 2K. You gonna make me play 2K?
Well, we're gonna play the show. We're gonna play it after we're done this fucking pod. I want to play.
you're
I like
right.
this game. I really
You
do.
have to
I
just,
wanna
they just
play
have
it.
to support it. They have to support the game. If they don't
Please.
support it, if
Look,
they don't put
man.
out the content and support
Start
the
a
game.
GoFundMe. Where's Kenny? Start a GoFundMe.
Kickstart.
Dude, whatever it fucking takes. Just fucking keep going, man. Just keep going for real.
We can't go back.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all open the Pandora's box and it's never fucking closing.
Come on, man.
But if WB comes out Battlegrounds 2,
Battlegrounds 2 and moves.
y'all better figure it out. Y'all better
I
figure
love
it out.
WWE.
I'm back. The bloodline.
We are the ones.
Yeah, WWE forever.
All right, it's time to get into TNA Impact for August 12th, 2010.
What was it called? What was
The
it called?
whole
Yeah.
effing show. That's right, everybody.
Rob that damn.
You're the only one that knows that now. Still.
Come on, man. Everybody knows about the whole effing show, TNA
so.
Impact, right?
I don't
It was a
think
TV
so, brother.
special, man. Come on.
It was special. It was absolutely
Dude,
fucking
they
special.
did so many TV specials that it was ridiculous. I don't even
Was
know.
this one of the first, or were they already doing them by this point?
This is one of the first, the whole effing show.
They did this so they could lead into reaction or whatever, right?
Terminator.
You know, they did this
Oh yeah, reaction.
special-
What a fuck that show. Fuck
Hey,
reaction.
Terminator.
Well, before we get into this whole effing show, let's look at the observers from around this time from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, August 9th, 2010. This is for you, Tony. I know you'll like this one. Music production company J2 of Jamaica has filed a suit against Brooke Hogan, seeking in excess of $200,000. They claim she failed to properly credit them for the work they did on her album Redemption that was released last year. And they claim instead of crediting them, Brooke listed one of her friends as the producer of the song, and they filed a suit in Manhattan.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. Y'all remember that?
That wasn't a Brooke Hogan song, was it?
Brooke Hogan.
That was her theme song, I thought.
Was it?
Now you gotta look it up.
Oh,
Brooke
fuck,
Hogan,
all right,
these
hold
are
on.
these boots
TNA.
were made for walking. That's just what
Let's
they'll
see.
do.
Brooke Hogan TNA full theme song.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Dude, you're so
What is
fucking
wrong
wrong
with
with your
you?
brain.
You remember the most like obscure bullshit from TNA 2010.
Dude,
what the fuck?
Well, the 8/12 Impact will be the lineup originally scheduled for the 8/8 pay-per-view show. So this was actually supposed to be a pay-per-view that I don't know if it got canceled or pushed.
Now I remember.
Hardcore Justice.
Because they did the ECW reunion show instead.
Well, yeah, well, they replaced the OG pay-per-view with Hardcore Justice, and
Yes,
this,
that's what
whatever
they.
this
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Then they pushed it to TNA to the
whole
Impact
effing
or
show.
whatever.
Meltzer says the problem is that instead of being a 175-minute show like a TNA pay-per-view, they have roughly half the time as 2 hours of television would be 88 minutes of non-commercial airtime. But I thought they did too. I thought the show was okay. I actually
Yeah, I
didn't
thought
mind
it
the
was
show.
good. I thought it was a good
Yeah,
show.
especially the fucking there's a tag match on the show that's unfucking believable. Here's one for you, James. Stone Cold and Stacy Keibler will be appearing together in the 3rd episode of the new season of Chuck on NBC. Keibler will play
Watch
the part.
this, right? Come on, guys. Let me hear it.
Keibler will
Stone
play the
Cold on
part of
Chuck?
the reoccurring character Greta, an undercover agent who is played by a different person every week as they are a master of disguise.
Dude, I know that would be heat.
What was Stone Cold doing on the show? He was Stone
He was
Cold.
saying what?
I have a clip of it if you want to see, or do you want to not watch it? It's like
You
a
have a
minute
clip?
clip.
I'm not watching shit about this until we watch it for Watch This. So
Oh, you want
y'all
to save it?
better-
Okay, I'll save it.
You actually want to watch it?
I'll
Okay,
save
If
okay.
it's only, what, like 20-something minutes, right?
It's probably 3 hours.
What?
I don't know. It's probably,
Is Chuck,
yeah, you're
is
probably
Chuck have Dane Cook in it?
I don't know what Chuck is. I'll
Chuck
be honest
gotta have
with you.
Dane Cook
Chuck.
in it, right?
Why Dane Cook? It
I just feel like it's a Dane
just feels
Cook
like a
show,
Dane Cook
yeah.
show. Let's
Oh,
see.
it has nothing to do with Dane Cook. Zachary Levi.
You're thinking of Joshua Gomez.
I'm thinking of Dane Cook, the comedian.
Sorry.
Stand-up special. Sue-fi. I'm thinking of Sue-fi.
B&E.
Well, here's bacon
Whopper.
and
And the
eggs. Yeah,
pickles.
No, not
and the
bacon and eggs.
pickles. And the
I get it.
pickles.
motherfucker.
Oh, speaking of random Dane Cook thing off the top of my head,
What?
you remember that You Suck at Photoshop series on
Dude,
YouTube back in the day with Dane Cook.
And it was Dane Cook was the payoff.
He wasn't actually in it until like the end.
Yeah,
though,
wow.
Everyone said it sounded like Dane Cook.
I didn't know anybody else knew that, Tony. But
That was our bloodline.
That was that was cinema.
Dude, somebody's got to tell me they know what You Suck at Photoshop is.
Wow, what a great
I
series.
I posted a picture on Twitter
show.
and then nobody liked it, so I deleted the post.
No, Tony.
You should have doubled down, Tony, and posted more pictures.
Just the same one.
Just keep replying to it.
In Ric Flair news, the website highspots.com has filed a lawsuit against Flair regarding money they claim Flair owes. This was going on a lot at the time in 2010 with ROH as well, I imagine. The suit filed in North Carolina regards Flair putting up his original NWA World Heavyweight title belt as collateral for a loan, not having paid back the loan. But when High Spots tried to sell the belt, they found Flair had previously put the belt up as collateral for a different loan. So High Spots is claiming Flair owes them $35,000 from a loan, and are claiming they also spent money on photos and other materials they were going to sell at Flair appearances.
Bro, that's the craziest thing. He goes to like 20
farming,
different banks with the NWA belt. Infinite money glitch.
He's farming North Carolina banks with NWA title collateral.
Dude, only in North Carolina could you take the NWA title to the bank and get money.
Woo, here, take this.
Dude, was this around the same time
this
that
Kerry Silkin thing, right?
The ROH stuff, yeah.
I think so.
Thinking. Yeah. I think he still owes ROH like $10,000 or something.
What, he put the NWA belt on the line?
For a bunch of beers.
Shane Douglas. Oh, here you go, Tony. Shane Douglas was flipping out on Facebook over TNA, including shots of him in promotional videos for Hardcore Justice. He claimed they were trying to deceive ECW fans, and the only way he was going to do it is if they met his demands for a match with Dick Flair.
What's wrong with this dude?
Still was doing the Dick Flair thing.
Still doing Dick Flair.
Fucking 20 years after.
He wanted it, that classic ECW match. Shane Douglas and Dick Flair. I love it.
This is a good one here. Samoa Joe wasn't used at the last tapings because he's been suspended in the aftermath of the Jeff Hardy match that was taped on 7/13. Apparently, when laying out a 10-minute draw match with Jeff Hardy, Joe objected to them doing time calls in the match, thinking it would telegraph they were going to a draw since they never do time calls. Well, at the 30-second mark, Jeremy Borash announced there was 30 seconds left. Joe got really mad after the match, went to the production truck to complain about Vince Russo in what was called an unprofessional manner, and then Russo made the call that Joe was under the impression everyone had agreed not to do it. So Joe got suspended for trying to fucking have a good idea.
To make sense out of everything.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Who the fuck are you, Samoa Joe?
Get the fuck out of here.
Son of a bitch.
You didn't work at WWE. What are you doing here?
Jim Ross noted that the WWE All-Star Arcade video game would be released in the spring, and he's working hard on finishing doing the lines as him and Jerry Lawler are the voices of the game. So I can't believe this came up now. We were just talking about All-Stars, and
you're right.
Also we didn't talk about JR's commentary in fucking Fight Forever.
Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece, really.
It is fucking unbelievable.
I cannot believe this match. This is the greatest match
a
in
tremendous match.
People were convinced that it only happened on like half-a-star matches. I got like a 7-star match. This is one I would call unbelievable. All right.
That's fucking awesome. Hardcore Justice did about 2,300 viewers on illegal internet streams, which is down from Victory Road, but up from prior shows. I didn't know Meltzer was doing illegal stream numbers on the Observer.
That's a good idea.
Crazy.
It is. As noted before, an average WWE show does about 200,000 illegal streams, and UFC does about 600,000 on average.
Damn.
I wonder what those numbers are now. Like, they're probably I wonder how many people still illegally stream WWE, even with how cheap it is.
Shit, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone illegally stream WWE in a minute, but definely people do. They obviously still do,
absolutely.
right?
Sure, yeah.
But
UFC for fucking sure. UFC's probably 2 million.
I mean that's got to be like Hall of Fame number fucking shit. So,
from the Observer, August 18th, 2010. This is the last piece here. There were a couple of strange Hulk Hogan stories in the last few days. This is so fucking funny. TNA officials were saying Hogan was going to undergo yet another back operation on August 12th, but Hogan was also booked for a radio interview that day. There was a Hulk Hogan Twitter account opened on August 10th. Hogan, or someone pretending to be Hogan, was tweeting about TNA being great and how much he enjoys working with Dixie Carter. Then Hogan was on the Bubba the Love Sponge radio show and plugged the account. Hogan plugged the account, Bubba plugged the account, then Eric Bischoff who said Hogan set up the account, plugged it on Eric Bischoff's Twitter. Then a few hours later, Hogan's account tweeted that Hogan and Bischoff had left TNA and even wrote that people should still support TNA. Then Bischoff on his Twitter posted that the account was fake and the story wasn't true. And then he said Hogan's account wasn't real and Hogan's in the process of setting up an account. On the fake Hogan Twitter, someone who claimed to be a TNA employee said it was a hoax and was talking about how he was able to fool Bischoff and Bubba and said it showed that Bischoff had no business running a company. How the fuck was Bubba? How the fuck was Hulk Hogan on a radio show promoting a Twitter account that was not his and he thought it was his own? Well, maybe it is, dude.
Well, I mean, you just gotta understand that the level of thinking is through the roof here. I mean, this guy is on a different level than most people.
That's gotta be me, dude. It sounds just like me, brother.
That shit is crazy.
Did you put -HH at the end? Then you know it's really not.
Oh, that's me, dude. I wrote that.
Yeah, I totally would say that, brother.
That is fucking so crazy. What a bunch of fucking idiots, man. But that is it for the Observer. Now it's time to get into the whole effing show. Do.
All right, it's time to get into the whole effing show.
Rob Van Dam. The whole effing show.
Dude, the crowd in the Impact Zone loved fucking singing this song.
I love laughing at it every week.
It is built. Yeah, Tony, it is. It's a fucking fantastic song. I agree. Fan Crushinator. So this show is dedicated to Rob Van Dam, who is currently the TNA World Champion.
Yes.
Because they are going to do a match at the end of the show that is dubbed the Stairway to Janice match, which is, for anyone who needs to know, a 2x4 nail-spiked fucking piece of wood that Abyss has that he calls Janice.
Yes, which is insane. It's insane looking. It's a cool fucking weapon, by the way.
Yeah, it's literally unreal. It's just a 2x4 with nails sticking out of it, crazy style.
Yeah, it looks gnarly.
But fuck all that. Hulk Hogan is going to make a special surprise appearance tonight on the whole effing show.
Oh my.
He promises a special surprise. He said it on his Twitter account.
Or one of them. Maybe it is.
Or was, yeah. Tanay says, tonight on Spike, get ready for an Impact that is unlike anything you've ever seen. Pay-per-view quality matches on free TV. And Hulk Hogan promises a special surprise, brother. It's time for the whole effing show.
Well, before we get into that, I do want to mention that this shit is in Ultra HD. This shit looks like it was filmed
How is that possible?
on 35 millimeter film.
Yeah.
I think they just got their masters or whatever because they uploaded a bunch of 2010 stuff.
Insane. Yeah,
and they they got it all.
I can see every pore on Kurt Angle's face.
This looks more HD than HD does today. I don't know how to explain it.
It's almost so HD that it looks like a video game.
Yeah, it legit looks fake. It's crazy how HD this is. Like, I don't know what kind of production they had at this point, but this shit was
Spike
on
had money.
It was the Spike TV video cameras, right?
Yeah.
That's what they were
This
using.
was
I think
unreal.
so, yeah.
This was 13 fucking years ago, by the way. And this looked like this. This was crazy.
Yeah.
And the branding was on point. They had the ring set up perfect. Yeah, it was awesome. I loved Red TNA.
The stage was cool.
I always liked Red TNA more than the Blue Impact stuff. I thought the Red worked super well for TNA. And
me too.
The branding super on point, Ultra HD, and you're kicking the whole Evan show off with Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles.
That is fucking crazy.
So they're doing a singles and tag team and knockouts like rankings division stuff.
Yes, there's contenders and there's top 10 rankings. Yeah.
Yeah, for this is probably the first time, but they've done it a million other times since then. They tried to do a ranking system.
These never fucking work. They never work.
Ever.
Everyone gets like stun locked by them.
It also doesn't work here because Kurt Angle's career is on the line.
Oh,
Angle
right?
just said he ain't ever fucking losing.
They go into this. I think Kurt's ranked like 8 or something.
He's ranked 8. Yes, that's right.
He's ranked like number 8, and if he loses, his career is over because he wants to get the world title. So he's trying to make it special or whatever. So like he's gonna rank up, and if he loses, he's just done. So like. I don't fucking know.
Dude, I must have not. I must have zoned Taz out because I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah, so
his
Kurt
career
Angle
is on the line.
His career's on the line against anyone in the top 10.
If he's pinned or submitted in the top 10, it's over.
Right. He has a big ass chain dog tag on.
This is a fucking fake Kurt Angle. I don't know who this is.
It's a movie replica.
This was so crazy. It's so crazy looking at this guy because like he was very obviously kind of checked out at this point.
Sure.
It didn't feel like Kurt Angle, but he was still performing like Kurt Angle.
And he was so over, yeah.
Yeah, he still was the best ever, but like there was something like lingering. It was something off. Like as I'm watching this, I'm like, does this fucking feel like Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles?
Yeah.
It's something felt a little
It's
off.
all the Kurt Angle things. He does all the Kurt Angle moves, but it's something.
The energy
isn't
maybe
right.
something.
Well, he's
wasn't
getting
there.
stubble here, right? He's getting like stubble.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a super
Hairy.
HD camera.
Yeah, maybe the HD cameras
It was
fucked
actually
me up.
his pores. And black
But he's like
heads,
getting
you can
stubble.
see.
He's about to go crazy.
Yeah, but
He's probably already gone crazy.
taking off the clown joint to show the hair and beard is super base. That's when he was back. That's when Kurt Angle came back.
With the hair and the beard. Oh my.
That's when my man was back. AJ Styles, by the way, is the TV champion. He's out here with the Ric Flair robe.
He's in Fortune, of course, which is still going on.
You got to really
the-
make this guy, right, Tony? You got to make him.
AJ, who is this guy? He's the future of the business. Who he is? You know that?
He's got to show me something, brother.
He's already been head of the company for like
Double Grand
three-time
Slam.
champion.
Well, he wasn't on
yeah.
Hardcore Justice, dude. He hasn't earned my respect yet.
No, he won the. He just won the global championship and renamed
Yes.
it TV championship. Which
Why? Just because? They didn't really explain why. He just did it.
Because Hulk Hogan
AJ
said
can
TV
do
title's
this.
better. Yeah.
No, he's right.
Yeah, the TV title is cool. Yeah, and that's Devon's title, so go ahead and give that up, buddy.
It was Devon's title. It was also a business title for a long time as well, I think.
So it's the X Division title. You remember that fucking shit?
Oh my god, yeah. That I do remember that. I think this is also the first time AJ had the side tattoo. Because they talked about it in
was.
commentary.
It was the very first time.
He got some new ink on his side, the birth dates of his kids right there. That's what it says. Oh, he's got his birth dates of his kids right there, brother.
Oh, look at the new ink. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, brother.
I remember there was a huge fucking dirt sheet thing at the time, a huge rumor swirling around that management was super pissed because he lost.
Remember this.
I do remember
his
that. yeah.
white meat babyface appeal is gone with his
Yeah,
big tattoo.
I do remember that. Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of turned out to be like an iconic AJ Styles like thing for him to have the big AJ tattoo on his side.
Dude, more people know him as this than not.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
you are right. That's crazy.
I was very happy when I heard "Get Ready to Fly" hit, and I was excited to see AJ come out hype with the fucking hood, fucking going crazy.
No.
But then he just
he had the hood
fucking
on. He had the hood on, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Fluffy hood.
Yeah. He fucking just walks out with the robe. I said no.
They thought it was a great
bro.
idea to just make him mini Ric Flair, which he did never acted like Ric Flair once ever.
He just dressed like him.
He was a notorious family man, like big family guy. Got his kids tattooed
Love his family,
on
not a
him.
drinker.
Just
Yeah.
on his side, got his kids' birthdays tattooed on him. Now he's Ric Flair.
Every single time they tried to make this guy not AJ
Something
Styles,
else,
I'm like,
yeah.
can he please just go back to being AJ Styles, man?
What got him over? Well, it must have been not this.
Oh man, come
He
on.
needs more character work, brother. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you're right. We could prep this guy to be good in a few years, brother.
He might be a world champion someday, dude. 6-time world champion.
Grand
He goes to the
Slam.
rank.
He's won every title.
Yeah, well, maybe he's got something, dude.
Oh man, so they start this matchup off. AJ spends most of the start fucking just throwing Kurt to the outside.
Yeah.
AJ's supposed to be the fucking heel here.
Bail out cheese.
Dude, AJ's supposed to be the heel here, and the crowd spends a whole match saying, AJ, AJ.
Dude,
This crowd
yeah.
goes against legit everything they tried to do on this show.
Because they came in and they're like, let's turn him and he's going to be Ric Flair. It's like, no, man, he's the
Yeah,
fucking,
fuck you.
he's
Yeah,
the face
he's
of the
phenomenal
place.
one,
Come
man.
on, man. This ain't going to work.
God damn you.
So, yeah, AJ spends most of the start here throwing Kurt to the outside of the ring. House show dive that they show 45 replays of with slow-mo
why?
different angles. They're like, no, look at this guy. You imagine how good this guy is? Like, just imagine how good he'll be in a couple of years.
He's got something here.
One day, the future rising star AJ Styles will be at the top
If he
of the
taps
game.
into this dive, he might have something here, bro.
AJ's fucking jumped off the Ultimate X. He's fucking blowing himself off the Elevation X. He's won every
Spiral
title.
tap from the ring post to a table on the floor.
Jumped off the-
fuck.
Wait till he does more character work,
Goddamn.
guys, and then it'll be over. You know, he's got to get to more.
Well, AJ does take a belly-to-belly overhead on the floor, which is
does.
sweet.
Yeah, that was like an everyday thing for my man here, you know.
I love the
AJ,
overhead belly-to-belly. It's a great fucking move.
yeah, I think it's cool too. You know, fucking Andrew Everett started doing on DPW.
Dude, he's crazy with it too.
Yeah.
He does it and then does an outside moonsault.
That's the big guy.
He is insane.
That's what Everett should be.
Wake up.
The big guy.
That's awesome.
Hey, Drew, if you listen to this, what do you think of that one? So, AJ hits the dropkick spot on Kurt that everyone loves. I love that when AJ went to New Japan, the Okada AJ dropkick thing was such a huge discussion.
That was awesome.
Crowd goes fucking nuts. AJ gets up off the dropkick and says, "Who's the best wrestler in the world?" Crowd is chanting AJ.
That always gets a pop too. It's so fucking sweet.
He's the heel. I just want everybody to remember that. Just get a fucking clue, man. I can't believe they were even doing
Fuck
this
you,
shit.
I got a robe on. Woo!
Woo, you guys hate me or not?
He probably went backstage and got yelled at. Why the fuck did you do that? He's from the heel.
Put a hold, asshole.
Kurt hits the classics here, belly to belly, German suplexes.
Yeah,
he has a
awesome.
second rope moonsault, which was crazy.
That was I was losing my mind there. I think AJ jumped off the top and Kurt dodged it, and then Kurt jumps up to the second row moonsault to a standing AJ for a 2.9. I said, holy
That
fuck.
was out of pocket. And then AJ with an outside to inside triangle style in DDT.
Oh my
This match
God.
is officially for the boys. Yeah!
Hell yeah. Dude, did you see the guy, the Sum 41 member in the front row with
The spiked hair.
Yes, 4 very big spikes on his head, and sitting next to him was Rick Steiner.
Yeah, that's the real Impact Zone. That's the pit, baby. That's like
People
for
are
real.
shooting fireworks at my window right now. Just give me a
Oh, those are
second
fireworks,
here.
dude. I'll tell you that.
Oh, fuck, brother.
You're good, bro. Just keep talking about AJ Styles. You're all right. So the dude had, by the way, the dyed tips on the spiked hair, by the way.
Yes. Sum 41 style, bro.
So AJ goes to heel on the ref because he is the heel. I just want everybody to realize that. Angle then hits the Olympic slam for a 2. Angle then ends up getting the ankle lock on AJ, and Kurt picks up the victory because if he would have
the ankle
lost,
lock with the grapevines it, right?
of course you can't get away.
AJ fucking grabs the ref to try to distract him so he could swing his leg back and low blow Kurt.
Because he is the heel, by the way.
He is the heel.
AJ Styles.
And he grabs
in
the leg
2010.
and puts the ankle lock. Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot believe this was the opener and Abyss and Rob Van Dam was the main. It's just crazy to me. But
dude, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. That match was awesome.
that is just like the crazy. I like just seeing these two guys positioned this early is like,
it is crazy.
I don't know. It is crazy, especially considering like the past couple of years, like Kurt pretty much was the guy.
The best.
And then AJ won at Bound for Glory when Sting kind of walked out the way and just let AJ get the shit. And then AJ took over. And then like everything fucking changed. Everything changed.
Abyss and RVD was such a cultural shift that it shifted it's like a Berenstein Bears thing. No one remembers it. It's a Mandela effect that changed TNA
everyone
forever.
remembers the end and no one remembers the rest of it. Yeah.
You're right. Wow.
So next up we have Angelina Love and Madison Rayne for the Knockouts Ladies Championship.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. When the fuck did that happen? Mandela effect.
JV kept saying the Knockouts Ladies Championship.
Did. You think that? Well, we got to differentiate them. What is the Knockouts Championship?
Well, brother, we got the Knockouts Men's Championship with Eric Young, brother.
We have the Knockouts Dudes Championship, so we got the Knockouts
Well,
Ladies.
maybe I can win it, brother. Brother, I'll have a run with the Knockouts Championship, brother.
That's definitely what they fucking said. Oh, why wouldn't I go for the Knockouts Championship, dude?
Knockouts Brothers Championship. This is crazy.
Brothers. Knockouts Brother Dude Championship, brother.
The ladies.
It's the Knockouts
go
East
for that?
Division of the women, you dumb ass.
Well, why wouldn't I go for that, dude? It don't see any names on this, brother.
You whole dumb asshole, Hulk Hogan.
So Angelina Love lets the pigeons loose, of course, on the rope, which, you know, looking back at it,
Super
this
strange.
is fucking insane. You know, like looking back at it, Angelina Love lets the pigeons loose.
She lets the pigeons loose, and they stick the camera directly up her ass.
and Taz like doesn't mention that she's letting the pigeons loose, and then Tanae goes, Taz,
Line.
are you gonna say anything? He said, "Look, there's gonna be a lot of things happening here in this one. We'll
I'm
get
horny.
to it."
I'm horny as hell, man.
Let the pigeons loose, and then of course it pans from the "Let the
Oh my
pigeons
God.
loose"
Oh my
to
God.
the entrance for, of course, Madison Rain's asshole.
Dude, somehow even fucking crazier. It's Madison Rain, full bent over toe touch, and the camera is directly up her ass.
New Japan style in Ultra HD.
It is fucking crazy. You can see everything. It's fucking
Taz.
gnarly, man. What, brother?
What do you want me to say, dude? Forget
I'm
about
going
it.
for the Knockouts Brothers Championship. I was also in love with this Madison Rain. This was my favorite era of Madison Rain here.
They were saying "Let the pigeons loose" every week. Oh my
And they said,
god,
"Go out there and do it."
that's so funny
Go
to
do
me.
it.
That's so crazy. Wow, let the pigeons
It is
loose. Like,
crazy.
there's a lot of fucking pent up pigeons in their pussy. Was like the
Pigeon fly out of her asshole.
like, bro, that's like crazy as fuck.
Well, it had to have just been they were trying to get another puppies, right? That's what it was.
I don't fucking know.
No,
It had to have been
I would
one of
love
those.
to
this is
hear-
apparently from Happy Days. I don't know what that means.
Oh, the fawns, right?
Yeah,
He's referring to her fine.
Hey, let me
I'm
see
also
pussy.
like,
Show me a pigeon cunt.
Hey, let the pigeons loose on live. I'll give you $1,000.
Will you please let the pigeons loose for a ham sandwich?
I'm gonna die, I think.
I typed in "What does let the pigeons loose mean?" and I got on Wrestling Figs forum to figure it out.
You're on a list now.
Yeah, you're on Taz's list, brother.
I want to know what it means.
Holy shit.
He's got birds in her
You
ass.
give me one of those pigeons, I'll tear it up live.
Oh my god. Give me one pigeon, I'll give you some head.
Give me 2 pigeons. I'll be the
I'll
Knockouts
lose.
Ladies Champion.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
this is
okay.
fucked up.
This Reddit post. Hold
fucked
on,
up.
I gotta read this to you. Let the pigeons loose.
Taz posted this.
It just dawned on me
Taz
what-
_official, brother. Orange.
It says FTW Taz 13.
13.
Yeah. He said, it just dawned on me what "let the pigeons loose" means, but at least I think I know what it means. When let the pigeon loose, they flap their wings and fly. Their wings make a
Was that
fat,
like pussy
fat
lips?
sound. Fat is what it means. And if so,
It means what?
you know, like flap, fap, just the wings. That's what
Dude,
this guy.
there's no way. No fucking
Like FTW
Taz.
Taz.
FTW 13.
12 years ago,
but-
FTW 13 Taz said on Squared Circle that I can believe it.
Dude, that is fucked up.
Okay.
That is fucked up. Well,
Um,
this match sucked.
it actually goes off the rails even more after this. So here's referee Andrew Thomas with a beard, which is crazy. Apparently, Lacey Von Erich has suffered a broken cheekbone and she'll be sidelined for several weeks.
Taz says, well, we wish her well. Anyway, and then
Anyways.
him and today start laughing.
Yeah, you guys only wish you well. All right now.
They legit just start corpsing over Lacey Von Erich having a fucking broken cheekbone. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is like peak Taz and Tanae. Like, they're so off the rails at this
They
point.
don't-
Like,
yeah,
they're
they're
just
fucking
Taz is
doing
fucking
whatever they
hanging
want.
the fuck out, man. Like,
Yeah,
he's chilling.
for sure.
Angelina Love hits the bicycle kick out of the corner, and then all of a sudden,
Motorcycle chick.
the mysterious motorcycle woman has ridden into the impact zone.
Oh, hell yeah, Parumba!
She is here to let the pigeons loose. Come on, everybody.
What an unbelievable look this is.
Yeah, this is
This is
legendary.
crazy.
I remember this
Yeah.
my whole life, man.
Hell yeah, we
Titties
fucking
out,
do.
big ass helmet. Like, this
Dude,
is crazy.
leather, tight, John, it's fucked up. Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
Taz, every week she's here, every week, not just this week, but every week, is baffled by the size of this fucking helmet.
Dude, he says, and this ginormous helmet, brother, it perplexes me how large it is.
It is obscenely large. Like,
It is big.
it's like
But Taz is stun locked on it.
insane. But she approaches the ring, the mysterious motorcycle woman. She gets off the bike, approaches the ring, and out of nowhere,
Oh my God.
Velvet Sky is here and waffles her with a steel chair.
Annihilates her with possibly a top 10 chair shot to the back. There is not many chair shots to the back that will rival this one. This is fucking so loud.
So Velvet then takes the helmet off the mysterious motorcycle woman, but she's wearing a shiesty, so she can't be seen.
Shiesty.
Madison to ring.
Holy shit.
Then hits Angelina Love with the belt in the ring, I believe.
Yeah, she does.
But she did not get the 3 count on that.
Yeah, she got Angelina kicks out 2.99 and the crowd's
It is
popping.
literally impossible to follow what's going on right now.
It is insane. It really is.
The woman runs away, by the way,
Yeah,
leaving
with
the
Shiesty.
motorcycle.
Yes, and the helmet. Very large.
Why would you? I would just steal the motorcycle.
Well, if she,
The
if she
keys
got on
are
the
in the motorcycle.
Well, if she jumped on the motorcycle, she'd have to very slowly walk backwards to reposition and drive out of the building. It was just not in the correct position, brother.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Or maybe you're wrong.
Just jump on and
dude.
drive around the ring. Yeah, maybe so, dude.
Well, Angelina Love hits a jumping flatliner and wins.
Shitty move, huh?
Yeah, she didn't have it dialed in. She gets a lot better over time.
Is that still called the flatliner, the one where you like hook it rock bottom style
Hater?
and still do it?
What? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I always assume it is, but it sucks, this version.
Yeah,
if you do
it's
this
terrible.
version, you suck.
Well, she wins the Knockouts Ladies
yeah.
Championship. So.
Jesus. Oh, well, that's good, dude.
Angelina Love does get a lot better.
She does. She's
She's not so great right now, but she does end up being like a pretty high point in the division. So
Yeah, I agree.
But it's also a far cry from even just a few years ago with the knockout stuff. I feel like they kind of got so caught up in the let the pigeons loose thing that they just went all in on it.
Yeah, that's
they
so
did.
fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know, because it was so. Even you know what's even stranger is that it's not like it was doing bad. I'm pretty sure the division back then was always a high point in the ratings.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
So like, why would you need to like if you're gonna change anything that the in-ring work wasn't what you needed to change. That was all fucking solid and over.
Well, it immediately cuts to Hulk Hogan. He's coming tonight. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Oh,
or
yeah,
not.
dude. He's got an announcement. And, of course, also a high-caliber match here. I bet Tony loves this one. It's Matt Morgan, the Pope, and Mr. Anderson in triple threat action.
Oh, This was the future of the business, not that chump AJ Styles. Mr. Anderson, the Pope, and Matt Morgan were. They were the future of the biz, brother. They were the now of the biz, I should say, actually.
Dude, they didn't want Matt Morgan to be the future of anything. They tried to shoot him to the moon.
The DNA of TNA, they're going to shoot his DNA to space.
Yeah.
They did shoot his DNA to space.
That's right.
They did.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Look, interesting matchup here. I will say this much. I remember watching TNA at this point, and I remember not enjoying so much Matt Morgan or Mr. Anderson.
No.
The Pope had a lot of upside, but they were not interested in getting this guy anywhere.
No, he was over enough that he could put over other people, and that was enough. That was his role.
I think Pope was very good. Pope was pimping. You did right. This was probably the best the Pope was ever in his entire career.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And sadly, time was not kind to the Pope.
No.
And neither was fucking TNA. Like, I'm not saying Pope was a top worldwide talent. He's not like a top 10 in the world or anything, but he had untapped potential and was over and had a gimmick and could work and had matches that you could have on TV.
Yeah,
Super
man.
fucking over. Crowd loved him.
Yeah, exactly.
Good look. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't, he kind of got super fucked over.
I feel like there was times that he got close and it was like but it never felt like, there was never a time where I believed, oh, they're about to give Pope the ball here.
No.
Yeah, no, I never felt like that. I don't think anyone really felt like that.
No. Which sucks.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does suck. I mean, Matt Morgan, I feel like they tried a million things with. Like I said, I remember watching.
Fucking hell, they did.
Yeah, I remember watching TNA. You remember the Hulk Hogan cape?
The Thunderlips cape.
What?
Hell yeah, man.
What was up with everyone getting Hulk Hogan memorabilia?
Because Hulk Hogan the power of Hulkamania is really
If you
big.
have the
That
cape,
is so
brother, yeah,
fucking
brother,
nuts,
brother.
man.
Yeah, not the cape.
I remember watching TNA at this point. Like I said, Mr. Anderson, Matt Morgan, but Anderson was on top so much in this fucking era. It was unreal.
He was.
Anderson was on top. Morgan was on top of the mid card. You could not fucking get away from these guys.
LA Knight and Mr. Anderson are the same guy.
Damn, that's crazy.
LA Knight's probably more over now than Mr. Anderson ever was, but I feel like the cadence is the same. They want to be the same guys, like probably the same moves. I remember just as many LA Knight matches as I do Mr. Anderson matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember one.
lot of similarities
I remember
there.
one Mr. Anderson match, and that's when he pulled someone through the cage hole. That's all I remember.
Sam Shaw pulled Christy Hemme through. You're talking about.
Was that the match with Mr. Anderson, and then babyface Mr. Anderson came to the save?
Yeah, that was the match where the match started. It was a cage match with him and Mr. Anderson, and Sam Shaw started the match by climbing to the top of the cage and said, "I'm going to kill myself and jump off."
Yeah, that was based. Super based. That was one of the best matches.
On the mic and said, "I'm going to commit suicide." Did you say that?
This is a strategy. I mentioned this the other day on stream that more wrestlers should entail. You should get hit with a finisher, and as they go down the finisher, and say, "If you pin me, I'll kill myself." That's at this point, that might be something.
Dude, I just remember the cage.
I'm hurt, Hizo, and I have to win.
I remember the cage hole thing so much, I forgot about him going to the top and saying, "I will die."
That's that Seto Kaiba mentality, brother. I'll kill myself now.
What a crazy feud that Sam Shaw.
Dude, it was so nuts, man. It's memorable though. I could not forget that, bro.
Yeah, it was legendary fucking shit, man. That's like the best thing he's done ever in his whole career. Like that was like his definitive run. The Sam Shaw. Yeah,
Dexter Lumis, by the way, if you don't know who we're talking about, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
but what are you doing in my room?
Dude, what a great
Before that, he was the board shorts guy. You remember that?
He was just a dude.
Yeah, and surfer man.
Turned into a pervert.
That shit was awesome.
It was sweet. Yeah.
So anyway, back to why we talked about that. That was the one Mr. Anderson moment I remember from TNA.
Oh, sure, yeah. And it wasn't even his.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. He was just there. What about the promo that we talked about with the one with Triple H? Triple H didn't let me chew gum down the ring, and he's just
smacking his gum. No.
Maybe we're all assholes.
Wrestling is real, but assholes are forever. What does the shirt say? I don't remember.
For wrestling is real. People are fake. That's what
wrestling is real, but let the pigeons loose.
Michael Scott quotes says, "Pro wrestling is real, Mr. Anderson."
How's your lips, Mr. Anderson?
How's your lips? And then gum smack.
They're fine. So
Anderson, how's your lips, Anderson? And then on the back it says Anderson.
Loose.
So this shit sucked. This match was bad.
It was short though, so I was fine with it.
Yeah, it was short. Matt Morgan literally sits on the outside of the ring for the finish of this one, just literally chilling. It shows him chilling on the ring.
Chilling and like tell him to keep going. Also, Mr. Anderson is the only one that gets an entrance here.
Hope
and Morgan
they're
don't.
already in the ring. You know what?
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, because Anderson cuts a little promo with the mic at the beginning. "Good evening, assholes and gentlemen." Yeah,
taunt spamming.
Yeah, dude, Morgan and Pope are in the ring. I was wondering why he comes in and says, "I was going to grab some of that cheddar on the way to the ring."
Cheddar. Anyway, mister. I said, what?
What are you talking about?
And I realized, Pope's money is on the floor. What the fuck?
It's fucking no context.
Give me some of that free cheddar anyway, mister. Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Matt Morgan sits on the outside of this joint.
Slick Johnson in pants, by the way. Fuck that.
That was a Hogan decision. He's a piece of shit, and he'll pay for it one day.
Yeah, you're right. That is
Cover those legs, brother. You're making us all look bad, dude.
So, yeah, Matt Morgan on the outside just chilling. Mr. Anderson hits the mic check on the Pope. Morgan then comes in and kicks Mr. Anderson and then steals the pin on Pope. But the way that they did this made Pope look so fucking stupid. It was just bad. Yeah.
It was silly.
This is a very easy thing to do in triple threats. It's a great heater and like works great. But like the way they did this was so bad. It made Pope look stupid.
I'm only realizing just now that fucking Angelina Love and Kennedy both have the same move. It's the mic check.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
Back to
back matches.
So next up, we have Jeff Hardy in an open challenge match.
It's Jeff Hardy's open challenge. He laid this out.
Okay.
Nobody wants to wrestle him, so he's open challenge. And he is also the number 2 contender. We can't get a match for number 2 contender Jeff Hardy.
This is crazy, man. Jeff Hardy open challenge match, and I'll be goddamn.
I want you all to think about it real quick.
Who could this be?
Who can you think on the TNA roster in 2010, even if you're unfamiliar?
Angelina.
Let me see the roster here.
Well, does it look like I give a fuck?
2010, we had Al Snow was around. He could have been him.
Yeah, hell
Bubba,
yeah, man.
Bubba
Well,
Ray.
it's you'll never, tattooed attitude. You'll never fucking guess. It's Shannon Moore representing Ink Inc. And he's out here with the Book of Dilly Gaff.
Shannon Moore, one half of Ink Inc., legendary tag team. Book of Dilly Gaff, legendary TNA item. Shannon Moore is also here.
Don't forget about the Team I Don't Give a Fuck t-shirt Shannon Moore is on.
Oh, well, of course, Tony, but that's, I think he's a fan of that new movie that's out, Vampires Suck.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, did you hear about that? That new movie? It's a new comedy about teen angst, romance movies, and vampires that suck.
Oh, is that new?
All right, so anyways, guys, Shannon Moore and Jeff Hardy.
Dude, the Shannon Moore promo is brutal.
Yeah, man. So Jeff Hardy has the open challenge. It's already set, so he doesn't have to say anything. Shannon Moore comes out. He says, Jeff, you look a little shocked.
This is a great Shannon Moore impression.
Jeff, win, lose, or draw, the world even here, brothers.
And then silence, and then he just walks to the ring.
And they say, you know that movie Vampire Sucks?
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Vampires suck as this guy. This is crazy.
The match starts, and the crowd's chanting Hardy, and Shannon Moore's trying to get them to fucking Shannon Moore. He's dick riding crazy on Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, dude, TNA says that he saw these guys arrive to the Impact Zone in the same car earlier. So, like, the only person who's answering the number 2 ranked TNA guy in the company is his friend that drove here with him.
Well, Taz says, yeah, well, that happens sometimes, bro. Trans budget's low.
That would be nuts, bro.
Trans budget is low on this one. That's what it says that in the fucking AEW game.
Yeah, that's egregious, yeah.
Yeah, they're running through a bunch of like Omega spots here, I imagine. They're just doing a bunch of shit. Jeff tries to rush Shannon Moore in the corner. Shannon jumps over him, and Jeff just does a suicide dive through the ropes and kills himself.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool shine, though. Like
it was actually cool. Shannon does a moonsault off the top to a standing Jeff for 2. I guess he didn't see the cool Kurt Angle one that he did 2 matches ago. Didn't fucking matter. Shannon gets a lot in this match.
Yeah, he does.
Shannon's near the stage at one point, and someone in the crowd yells, I love 3 count.
Yeah, that was crazy. You hear like one guy in the crowd yelling it. That's how quiet it is right now.
No one gives a fuck.
Tenay and Taz in this match, by the way, are just riffing it up crazy style.
They don't give a shit about this.
Earlier in the
man.
match, they do the Vampire Sucks bit, which is a crazy way to integrate a sponsor into this. But
of all people to do it with Shannon Moore, that's where you do it here.
Not only that, but at one point, Shannon Moore's on top here. Taz says, brother, maybe 75%, 80% of this match has been Shannon Moore. And today says, well, Taz, if you're scoring this match on points, like I know you do on many of the matches here in TNA, Taz.
When do I score points,
Taz starts laughing. He says, yeah, points. I'm big into points in the matches. Yeah, man, they're just riffing crazy. This is nuts.
Jacket Glass's points guy.
That is crazy. So yeah, Jeff ends up winning the match with the Swanton Bomb. Shannon looked fine here, but for face versus face, I probably would have had Shannon do something a little more memorable, especially if the story is Shannon Moore took the open challenge against the number 2 ranked guy. Jeff had everything to lose, Shannon had everything to gain. Especially the story is, look how impressive this Shannon Moore kid is. Yeah. Maybe he should have done something a little more impressive than...
he didn't really do much. He did a tilt-a-whirl head scissor. He went for a Rana, did a tope. Like, it's not like he was getting shined up real nice or anything.
Yeah, I remember one of the things Bischoff said was he wishes he cared more about the finishes in WCW than he actually did, because they matter more than he actually realized. Sure. And then he went to TNA and then also didn't care about the finishes. Yeah.
Well, Samoa Joe wants to fucking call, man. Whatever.
They get up Joe go out there and work 15 every show, and they're like, oh, man, it's good like that.
No, we're going to suspend him.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Wasting our time.
So after that, we get to probably the coolest thing ever, which is Beer Money versus Motor City Machine Guns. We are in the match number 5 of the best of 5 series between these two teams. Best 2 out of 3 falls, and the tag team championships are on the line.
This is an unbelievable fucking match.
This is crazy.
This is like so good. Like it's like them at their legit best, both teams. It's amazing.
Yeah, I was super fired up when I saw that this was on the
too.
card. It's like this was very, very cool. Two of the best teams, period. And you know what was kind of cool about Beer Money and Motor City is that like they weren't ever WWE product ever.
Yeah,
they were just TNA teams, and that is like super cool to me. That two teams, they like two teams that in tag team history made themselves in TNA.
Right,
is a very cool statistic to me.
It is fucking cool, and dude, they did a fucking great job telling the story of the series. They had cool videos for it, and by the time like both teams were in the ring and the crowd's fucking fired up, I'm like, holy shit, I'm fired up. But like I don't even remember any of this fucking story, but I was like, this is awesome.
I know that RVD is the world champ and all that, and the show is called The Whole Evans Show, but I would have been hard pressed to not make this the main and give it even more time than they did.
Wow.
You would have had to convince me every morning until the day of the show that this would not be the main event of this fucking show.
Dude,
and they wouldn't have gotten a half hour.
This could have been a pay-per-view main event, for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They were so fucking over. The crowd was like the crowd came here for this. This is what they came here to see.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that pissed some dudes off real bad.
What are you saying?
Dude, how did they not see?
How about I put them in the Knockout Brothers division?
Dude, that's why they're in the best of 5 match, because they didn't know what the fuck to do with either of these teams. Yeah, they could just fight 5 times. I don't know.
And they're so good that they just made them all 5 great matches.
Yeah, right. They did an Ultimate X match.
So,
they just did a cage match.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So they showed it last month. James Storm, Beer Money kept winning. They won their 2 matches by James Storm using a beer bottle to fuck them both up. And then the ones that Machine Guns won were a cage match and an Ultimate X match. So they all had their strengths and weaknesses. They said there will be no rest period between the falls, which I also thought was cool. And yeah, the crowd is like fired up. They put everything over huge on commentary. The videos were cool. The only thing that was weird is they did top right, bottom left tags. I don't know why. I don't know why they do this shit. But yeah, what a... Dude, even how the match starts, James Storm and Chris Sabin go through a crazy sequence at the start, just like going back and forth, stalemate, and the crowd's losing it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, Chris Sabin's like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The crowd is
incredible,
biting on fucking everything. There's TNA chants all up in this bitch.
Early.
This is the real man.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I'm watching this. I have so many feelings. There's so many things that I want to say and have to say, but like I'm just like so caught up in this match. You know, it's like.
Sure.
Fuck yeah! Like there's so much to be said about Shelly, Sabin, fucking Storm, and Rude.
Shelly.
I have so many things to say about that, but like it don't matter.
Great.
The match is fucking just fantastic. Yeah, I mean, if they, like I said, if I would have even given them even more fucking time.
Why not?
Fucking put it in the main. Fuck it, man. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of shit this was.
Well, we need this ladder match, dude. I got to bang over on.
This was awesome. Yeah.
It was.
Shelly goes for a double stomp here. Gets caught in the DWI, which is the powerbomb neck breaker for the 3.
What a great move.
Yeah, it is cool as fuck, and he fucking killed him with it too.
Yeah.
Beer Money it's so crazy because the dynamic, Beer Money's the heels, but they have so much respect for these two teams that have been killing it. So like they're booing them, but they're also cheering them. So
sure. They want to be a part of it, but they also know these guys are sweet.
Beer Money gets the first fall here. The crowd is so behind Motor City at this point, it's unfucking real.
Yeah, they do. Beer Money has more tag moves than I've realized. I don't know if it's just they had to pull out more because they knew Motor City would eat them alive if they didn't, or what, but they did a ton of cool shit.
No, this is the tag team wrestling that I always thought was super cool when the dudes have a bunch of moves together and they're able to hit them seamlessly without it seeming and wasting a bunch of time. Like, seeming like, you know, they're like trying to figure it out or something. Like, no, they know exactly what they're doing. They're wasting no time getting to it. And it is a part of their game plan. Like, TNA really did put on tag team wrestling a lot, like, for a long time. So.
And both of these teams knew exactly who they were. It wasn't hard to digest. Like, okay, these are the dickheads. These are the fucking baby faces that do cool shit. And this is the drunk guy, and that's a cowboy, and this is a money guy. Like, it's awesome. Super. They totally were tapped into who they were, and it made for an even better match because of it.
Yeah, so Motor City hits Skull and Bones for the second fall pretty quickly here, which, you know, that's probably the right call because the crowd wanted to they were biting on the third fall. They already knew this was going to go 1-1.
You know it's going to, right, why waste time?
So they got the second fall done pretty quickly, and we're going straight to the third.
And what a third this is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they throw everything at the wall here. So they face each other 4 other times by this point.
Yeah.
So at this point, they're just throwing literally everything they can at the wall. Bobby Roode does a fucking dive to the outside, which is funny as hell looking.
Onto everybody. It was awesome. We come back from commercial. Bobby Roode does a lariat to Saban that turns him inside out. I said,
The boys are going nuts, man. The crowd is so electric. Like, you can feel the arena like shaking at some points. It's like that.
Yeah,
that's how crazy
sweet.
It comes across. And this was a big moment, not only for, I'm sure, these guys, but for this division, and especially in this time where TNA was starting to get a lot of fucking flack and shit. Having guys that you can kind of rely on like this is, always the good thing to look at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Shelly hits Warrior's Way in the corner, fucking just destroys him.
That was awesome.
Chris Sabin, huge springboard tornado DDT.
That
closest 3 count ever.
Springboard DDT, not like a tornado one's legit springboard DDT spikes Roode 2.99999. That was fucking gnarly.
They hit the Magic Killer, Motor City does, but
oh my god, yeah. I wrote La Resistance finisher. I forgot that they did that.
Dude, it was hot. It fucking looked great.
It was
probably the best one I've ever seen. Actually, Storm kicks out. Double R spinebuster from Roode into a catapult into a DDT.
I love that name.
They had so many fucking things. I remember with my buddy, like when we used to fuck around and wrestle with each other on the mats and shit, we used to always do the catapult because of this shit. Like the catapult into another move was dope. Yeah, we used to do catapult into super kick. I always thought that shit was cool.
What a great idea.
So Beer Money is on top here. Shelly comes back, hits sliced bread. Beer Money catches him into the assisted neckbreaker joint.
Dude, that was it's like a stunner to the throat and the pelvis.
Fucking boom, yeah, like right, like jettisons is straight into his shoulder. It's cool.
It's cool.
Beer Money goes for the DWI. Sabin fucking holds on, fights out. Storm accidentally kicks Roode. Motor City with the fucking double super. Skull and fucking Bones kick out. The crowd is going crazy.
Dude, I was losing my mind. I was like, I swore that was it. I was like, holy fuck. And then they go right for it again. Shelly loads up on the top rope. They set up for the fucking Skull and Bones again. Skull and Bones, by the way, is a neckbreaker splash combo. So Shelly jumps off the top, splash, and Sabin is a neckbreaker at the same time. Very cool move. Super simple. But crowd was super into it. It's a believable finish. And they just load up for it again. Shelly's up there. Crowd's fucking fired up. Shelly's fired up. They hit it. 1, 2, 3. They win. It was awesome.
It was so good. Pyro's fucking going off, man. The place is going.
Was sick.
Place is going fucking nuts. TNA chants all over the place. TNA! TNA! This is that real! Yeah. That's the real, man. Pyro's going off crazy. I'm fucking freaking out, man. What a fucking fantastic moment.
Great match. Please watch this match.
For the best ever, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. That was so fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, genuinely, they should be like, I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot of feelings about all 4 of these dudes and like these 2 tag teams and a bunch of shit like that. But like, whatever they end up getting when they all retire is not as much as they should have gotten.
No.
Yeah, no fucking way.
Bar none.
Oh yeah, Meltzer gave that 4.5.
Yeah, man.
It's got a 9.19 on Gauge match.
Unbelievable fucking match.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it
like,
is awesome.
These guys they had it all, man. Like this was it, baby. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that was it right there. Tag team wrestling, when you got the guys that are there, because here's the deal, man. A lot of guys look at tag team wrestling as like a waste of time. Like a lot of guys look at it as like yeah, I mean, you know how
an
it is.
Easy night.
It's it's like, oh fuck, you want to put me in a fucking tag team?
It might be just like it might just be like a WWE thing, you know, because there was like so many useless tag matches in WWE for a while.
A lot of guys in the indies look at it like that, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of guys in the indies look at it like, oh, you're putting me in a fucking tag team match. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
well, everybody wants,
because they all want to be, you know, top guy, main event,
main event, world champion. Yeah, but
tag team is
tag
like,
titles are world titles. It's just the same thing.
Yeah, tag team wrestling is legit like some of the coolest shit ever. If you have teams that are dedicated to putting on some good shit, like you can really do some really special stuff. Special stuff like you would see in Deadlock Pro Wrestling. Go to Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Tag festival. We did a whole festival of tag teams. I like that shit.
That's the real, man.
Come on now. Keep it up. Hell yeah, man. But what a
don't ever
goddamn
forget
match
Beer
this was,
Money
man.
and Motor City Machine Guns, man. TNA will. If you remember TNA, you should remember those teams, man. For real.
Oh, that was something I forgot to bring about the Fight Forever thing, Tony. You just reminded me that the intro to Fight Forever is the same verbiage as the intro to the TNA Impact game, which is awesome. I didn't know that. Yeah, somebody posted on Twitter. I think Tomble, on Twitter.
That's really cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, same verbiage. I was like, oh wow, what a fucking cool like nod to
awesome,
to that.
Man.
That's pretty
cool.
sweet. And it wasn't even made by the same that was a Midway game.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, oh wow,
that's awesome.
Cool.
So now it's time for the main event. Abyss versus Rob Van Dam.
God.
World Heavyweight title match. Stairway to Janice match.
Special guest ref Eric Bischoff.
But why?
That's crazy.
But why?
There had to have been a reason. There must have been an angle or a promo that they just, for some reason, on this 2-hour show would not tell us.
But even then, though, he has no play in this match at all.
Does nothing.
He doesn't do anything in this match.
I guess maybe that's what it was. The idea was that he's the special guest ref, so like you should expect something, and then the swerve is that he does nothing.
What a
He's the red
swerve!
herring.
What a fucking swerve!
He's the red herring. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So you thought that like, oh, okay, so Abyss already is going to turn or do something with Eric Bischoff, but in the end, he was just there to make you think that, and then the match goes. So
we're steps ahead of you, brother.
It's just interesting.
It's that television writing from Eric Bischoff and Hervey Bischoff TV writing, brother.
Hervey, your name is Hervey.
Jason
By the way,
Hervey from
Rob
the Wonder
Van
Years.
Dam. By the way, Rob Van Dam has the old TNA Eagle belt.
I like this belt.
I love this fucking belt.
Yeah, this
is
belt.
that shit, bro. Like legit, the new IWGP joint took shit from this belt.
Really?
Side plates, fucking they took. Yeah, look at the
I guess I
side
didn't
plates.
catch that. Okay.
Yeah. Look at the dual plating and the way that it's played out. It's legit very similar.
Anyway, Rob Van Dam, do the whole effing show. Van Daminator, Van Terminator, Van Cushionator, Van Assassinator.
Yeah, let's go.
That's where it ends, and then it restarts.
So as the entrances are all happening here, Abyss is setting up the ladder in the ring
This is funny as fuck.
because Abyss wants to get Janice before the match even starts. And Rob Van Dam, his music hits, and his fucking the crowd is singing along. Rob Van Dam comes in and then kicks the fucking ladder, and Abyss eats shit in the ring.
Dude, already gets on the stage, his pyro's going off, and they don't show the shot of Abyss. Like, they show him setting it up, but they don't show him climbing. So all you see is the pyro going off, and then RVD frantically running down to the ring.
Yeah.
He gets in the ring, and as James said, he just annihilates the ladder and kills Abyss.
Oh, by the way, Stairway to Janice, you don't win by getting the Janice. You just get it, and you can use it. But
You can get it, and then anyone can use it.
Yeah, that was how they did, like, Stairway to Hell in ECW there was like a barbed wire thing hanging up there, and you just climb up and get it, and you could use it. That's just, it doesn't make sense, but yeah, that's just what it was. It's just kind of like on a pole match with a ladder.
right.
So RVD, by the way, is like 39 or 40 years old here, and he looks fucking great.
He does look great, and he's off of Just Wrestling Sabu at Hardcore Justice. Was that our first SGH?
Yeah, I think
With
so.
Tracy
I think
Smothers
so.
on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Tracy
Tracy
Smothers one.
SGH is a series we do on Patreon, patreon.com/deadlockpw. It's a long form thing we do every month, and the first one we ever did, we watched TNA Hardcore Justice. So you can go on there right now, subscribe to our Patreon, and watch that along with us, and have a great old time there.
I remember at the time being like a huge Rob Van Dam guy. Like,
Yeah.
but I also remember at the time being like, what the fuck is going on in this company? Like, why would
Because
they?
he comes in right away off WWE.
He's the
and-
hottest free agent
yeah,
in the
he beats
world.
AJ for the belt, right?
And they put the fucking title on him. Yep.
Yeah, beat AJ for the belt off the rip. It was like, oh, that's it. It made me dislike RVD. It wasn't his fault, but it was
Yeah, I
like,
really,
fuck.
but like, fuck, yeah, it did, because he's RVD's sweet, but it's like, fuck this guy, man. AJ Styles is the guy. What are you doing?
yeah, come on, man, beat Sting.
RVD versus Desmond Wolfe happened. We have to watch that.
Yeah, I wonder who wins that one.
We'll do a poll and we'll see who wins. And somehow it's
Or you think
always Rob Van Dam
Hulk
that ends up
Hogan,
winning, right, boys?
Jeff Hardy wins. Yeah.
So RVD's out here. Terry Taylor and Dixie Carter are watching this match from the crowd.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because this is a very scary match, Tony, and Dixie is horrified to watch this. I don't know the Terry
Was
Taylor
Abyss
part.
was Abyss trying to like beat up Dixie Carter or something at one point?
Yes, Abyss is very upset with TNA president Dixie Carter.
Yeah,
because she keeps
they
saying
are coming.
to subscribe to her Twitter instead of subscribe to the TNA one.
They should follow my Twitter. Dude.
Follow TNA Dixie for all your TNA updates. Well, what about the Impact Wrestling one? Fuck you. Fuck you.
that. Yeah, fuck that. There's wrestlers tweeting on the TNA one. Yeah, fuck that. Follow TNA Dixie. It's all right. But yeah, so this was like leading up to the they thing. So Abyss was paranoid and talking about they are coming, and Dixie Carter was a part of that.
Oh, okay.
10.
Which we reviewed the 10-10-10 shit as well, I believe.
Yes.
So RVD lights up Abyss early with the ladder. Some of his signature shit. Obviously, he doesn't want to take Abyss like super head on, so he's going to try to use the ladder.
He does the Rolling Thunder onto the ladder, and Abyss moves. I was like, oh, that must suck.
Not hurt a lot, because RVD does that like every ladder match he's ever in, so it must not.
Probably does hurt like shit. It's just his signature spot.
Yeah, he's probably just he's like, oh, well, we got to do this, bro.
Yeah, they expect it, dude. So, RVD goes for a monkey flip in the corner. Abyss catches him, power bombs him out of the spot.
That was cool.
Underrated spot. This doesn't happen as much as you would imagine with RVD.
Yeah, you're right.
Abyss and RVD then fight on top of the fucking ladder. Abyss grabs him and choke slams him off the ladder, bro.
He chokeslams him off the ladder and then loses his balance and falls off the ladder.
It's crazy.
It was a cool shot, though. But it made it look super dangerous. Then Abyss goes outside of the ring and gets a bag, which I was like, oh, it's a bag of tacks. That's pretty sweet. So he pours out tacks. And then somehow it was a half and half of tacks and then glass. I was like, oh,
that's
shit.
awesome.
What the fuck?
That's the daily double
cool.
bag, dude. He had finisher when he grabbed it.
Oh, the special grab bag. Yeah, hell yeah.
So,
lights out match.
Abyss puts RVD on the top. RVD then does a sunset flip powerbomb to Abyss, and he lands on the spreaded out glass and tacks all over the fucking
cool
ground.
Spot. That was awesome.
I thought RVD fucking broke his fucking leg on those.
He was definitely like, I feel like he definitely could have hurt himself trying to avoid falling into that shit. He was probably better off falling into it than what he was doing.
His leg like buckled underneath him. I said, well, okay.
That's how Seth got hurt, right? I think Seth's shit blew out.
Yeah, because I mean, you're just fucking jumping off the top rope and it's landing on both your fucking feet. It's fucked up.
Upside down.
For a spot that like most of the time the crowd does not care about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such like a whatever spot most of the time.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So they're both up. Abyss big boots RVD, then gets the barbed wire board.
Oh my.
Abyss then of course runs straight into the barbed wire board face first.
And he gets stuck to it, so much so that when he moves from the corner, the board goes with him, and then RVD does a fucking springboard kick into it, which was awesome.
Springboard kick, fucking rolling thunder on top of the barbed wire board.
Yes, that was so sick.
This is so sick. RVD climbs the ladder. He has his hand on Janice, but RVD gets knocked down by Abyss, and RVD eats shit on an ultra level.
Dude, you thought the fucking sunset landing was bad. RVD gets pushed off this ladder, lands both feet on the top rope, goes, whoa, and then falls off and hits his head on a ladder that was propped up between the guardrail and the apron. And dies.
Dude, Mike today is like instantly scared. Like RVD leg bounces off the rope and he comes down on the ladder. Mike goes, oh my God. It shows a replay like 5 times. And Mike today says it every time. Oh my God.
Taz wasn't watching.
Taz said, why do I say less than pigeons loose all the time?
So having like a say that? What do I say?
He's on the wrestler figure boards trying to figure out what the pigeons loose mean.
Yeah, like, guys, why do I say this? So Abyss then takes down Janice. Yes. Abyss then goes to use Janice on RVD in the corner. He swings. He swings big style. Oh, he fucking overhead swings big style. It gets stuck in the turnbuckle pad as RVD moves out of the way.
It's real horror movie
stuff. You have to
He's
remember here that Abyss at this point, like, there's the meter of how stupid Abyss gets over time. You have to imagine at this point that Abyss has gone fucking just completely stupid. Like, he is just like 100% stupid. So he fucking puts the thing in the turnbuckle pad. Instead of just going, fuck it, I'll just turn around and get around it down. He fucking sits there and just keeps trying to rip the fucking thing out of the turnbuckle pad. RVD
and he can't do it. And he already has enough time to get up, go out of the ring, get a chair, come back
Abyss hasn't even turned around. He hasn't turned around.
Not even a thought in his head of turning around. And he gets hit in the back with a chair. And then Van Daminator.
Van Dam then sets up the barbed wire board on top of Abyss, grabs the chair, looks to the crowd.
He's in the corner now, right?
He sets him up with the corner of the barbed wire board, but he puts it on top of him. Grabs the chair, goes to the top, hits the fucking Van Terminator from hell on this fucking dude.
Dude, that was
sound
so cool.
that it makes when he hits him with the fucking chair on the board is the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life.
It's legit a fucking shotgun blast sound. It's awesome. And Mike today calls it a Van Daminator. No! Come on, today. That's the Van Assassinator.
Yeah, he did the Crushinator earlier. Dixie Carter, by the way, after this gunshot fucking Van Terminator, is just ringside.
Yeah.
Yeah, stone
Her
face.
and Terry Taylor loved it. Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
Hell yeah, big good spot.
yeah.
I think of that
Good Lord.
gif of The Rock clapping. Remember that gif? That's what I think of.
Yeah, dude, it was exactly that. Rolling the eyes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Van Dam then goes and hits the 5-star frog splash, and Eric Bischoff just counts to 3.
Normal count to 3, and then that's it. RVD wins. The title wasn't on the line, but he celebrates with the belt nonetheless.
He celebrates with the belt, and then Hulk Hogan's music hits.
Dude, this is so fucked up. Hulk goes up.
A reminder that Rob Van Dam just retained the World Heavyweight Championship in a Stairway
in
to
a
Janice
match where he could have died.
Hogan
like
comes
it
out
was-
with all the pyro.
I feel like it wasn't even
Yes.
seconds after RVD won. It's like 1, 2, 3.
And dude, so they
The
fucking
goated song, right, Tony?
they showed Taz and Tenay at commentary, and the camera swings around as Hogan's music fucking hits, and there's a maybe I wish I got a screenshot to go back. Tenay fucking says, "Oh, I guess we got this special surprise now," and he turns back to look at Taz, and he's got the most Tenay face on ever with the lips.
With the lips is spot on.
How's your lips?
And the back is a picture of Mike today.
That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, RVD is on top of a ladder celebrating. And then Hogan comes out and does RVD's taunt.
And he's like pointing at him. He's like, yeah, that's my guy.
This is the dude right here, brother. NWO point. Yeah, holy shit.
Dude, this is unfucking believable. They give Hogan the world champion pyro as RVD is celebrating in the ring after he just fucking died in a match with fucking Abyss. Gunshot Van Terminator across the ring. Here's Hogan, everybody.
This is a good taunt, brother. Look at this, dude.
Yeah, this is pretty good, dude. What if I started doing it, dude?
Hulk Hogan. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like
oh, that works, dude. Let's do it. Woodmaster, right? Like, let's do it, dude.
Body slam. Leg drop.
Hulk Hogan.
Van Woodmaster.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Then we get a 15-minute Motor City Machine Guns segment for
Dude,
some reason.
okay,
I didn't know if this show was still going on.
Yeah, so when I sent you this, I'm like, oh, you guys got to watch Reaction because the Hogan thing's on Reaction. And because I thought Hogan comes out, and I was like, oh, okay, so they're leading into Reaction with the Motor City Machine Guns. But that wasn't Reaction. That was the main TNA show.
No.
I thought it was reaction because you said it was. I was like, oh, 15-minute fucking Motor City fucking thing. I'm not watching this.
That's my Deadlock plus 10. I'm like,
This was, yeah.
but there was more. There was more.
Yeah, it was the actual fucking show. So Hulk Hogan comes into the ring and he starts fucking sucking RVD's cock and balls beast style. I ain't never seen someone sucking a dick this crazy.
This is the ball licker of the year in 2010. So here's what Hogan says. Here's what Hogan says. I think everybody in TNA world, that's his WWE universe. I think everybody in TNA world
Galaxy?
knows why this guy's our leader. No, not Galaxy. That wasn't. When was TNA Galaxy?
It was
a thing?
Galaxy. It was Impact Galaxy.
remember
Maybe it was
that.
Impact Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, you know, RVD, I've been around the block a couple times, brother. I've wrestled them big and small. I've never seen an athlete. I've never seen a champion. You're the hood ornament of TNA.
I've never seen an athlete. I've never seen a champion. Hulk Hogan.
Brother Jack, dude.
That's
and you're taking the company all the way to the top. When I saw our champ in the ring with Sabu, oh brother, I saw it. I had goosebumps head to toe, brother. When I saw him in the ring with Sabu, then he does the Sabu taunt. Who I consider the most dangerous man in this business. And I saw our champ step up and take over that situation. It made me realize, brother, you got all the bases covered here in TNA, and that's why this company is #1 in the wrestling business today. That fires RVD up so much that he runs to the buckle and poses.
That's the real man. He's making good money. He came in, beat everybody in the roster.
Yeah, Hogan puts him over.
Every top TNA guy he's run through in like 4 weeks. He beat Sting, AJ Styles, Abyss. You got anybody else he can beat?
Jeff Hardy's coming, I promise you. Well, Hardcore Justice made the whole TNA world raise the bar, brother. A lot of your friends were in there, brother. And And I have to thank Dixie Carter
Your
for taking me
friends.
somewhere I've never been before. Your friends, not ours. When I saw RVD in the ring with all those great athletes of EV2, brother.
Tracy
when I saw
Smothers was there. That's true.
He was there. That's true.
The dick ride is unbelievable at this point, man. Like someone's really got to dial it back a few.
Galactical dick riding. Well, when I saw the Dreamer turning on, the Dreamer. When I saw Rhino gore the whole world, brother. When I saw Sabu do his thing. When I saw the whole Motley Crew teach me what hardcore was all about. My respect level went all the way through the rough as far as hardcore justice went. Well, they gave us a shot in the arm, brother, and an adrenaline rush that TNA needed to take us to another level. Then the crowd starts chanting, "We want Sabu," and Hogan won't stop or sell for it and keeps talking over it. Well, with all that being said, champ, Dixie Carter, our beautiful #1 lady of TNA, invited your friends here tonight. And they
Your
sat in
friends.
the back.
Not mine.
I hate them. No, I hate them, dude.
Sabu!
Brother, Jack, dude. Yeah, that's a good talk, dude. So I'd like to bow down and give this ring to EV2 and get all your friends out here with you, brother.
EV Dub! EV Dub! EV Dub!
Oh, yeah, and for those that we haven't explained that to, the ECW group in TNA was called EV2 because they wanted people to chant EV Dub because it sounded like EC Dub.
Yeah, EV Dub versus RA Dub. Choose a side. Cross the line. RA Dub. EV Dub.
This is Extreme version 2.0, brother.
Of course. Well, here comes EV2, which is the Dreamer, Stevie Richards,
Dreamer.
Tony Luke, which is Tony Mama Luke.
Tony Luke and Sabu!
Sabu bald. Foley, the Dudleys, Rhino, Guido, and Sabu and Fonzie. And Hogan says, when they all get in a ring, Hogan says, "You know, when I came to TNA, brother, I was looking for that higher ground. I told Dixie Carter we can go somewhere where even Hulk Hogan's not even been before, dude. And EV2, with Tommy Dreamer and his band of misfits, took us to that place we need to function all the time. I bow down to EV2 and give you guys my ring with nothing but respect for each and every one of you, brother." I was like, this is insane. He doesn't mean any of this. He is lying.
No, he's like a Hall of Fame liar. This is awesome.
No, he's out here so he can take credit for all the ECW. He took credit for everything they did in ECW.
Well, that's your friends,
he gave
brother,
him
not
the
mine, I'll
ball.
tell you that much.
He actually gave ECW the rub they've been needing for 20
They're
years.
going to take him to that next level, brother.
I wish I worked in ECW, dude. I would have been right up there with the Sandman. We could have had a hot angle with NWO and Raven's Flock. Fucking hell, man. So then we get Dreamer on the mic here. And Dreamer is in a suit. He has a shiner. He must have got fucked up. Was that the match with Raven he got fucked up in?
Sure.
I think it was at
Maybe,
Hardcore
yeah,
Justice.
sure.
Yeah. Well, Dreamer just says, we raised the bar tonight. Beer Money, Machine. He actually puts over the other people on the show, which was nice. Beer Money, Machine Guns, RVD Abyss. He showed what we proved on Sunday because with the bar has been raised even more. And then he thanks Dixie, and that is where there's a thank you, Dixie chant.
As it should be. I didn't want to forget that
Thank
one.
you, Dixie.
And then Dreamer says, "Thank you so much." And then the lights go out, and everyone's like excited. Tenay says, "Oh, we've seen this before. I knew he was missing." I was like, "Who the fuck are they talking about?" I didn't even make the connection.
Sabu's
that they were
already in the
talking
ring,
about
so I don't know what
Sandman.
they're talking about.
Yeah, right. I was like, the Sandman? I didn't even know that connection until they said it. Well, the lights come back on, and Mick Foley is laid out on the canvas, and behind him are all of the members of Fortune with broomsticks.
They found those in the back of Universal.
Yeah, they just needed some random shit. And they start jumping all the EV2 people. And Taz says, "That's not the Sandman, brother. That's Fortune." Oh, shit. They beep it. EV2, who are supposed to be the big faces that Hogan just put over huge, are getting stomped out by all the members of Fortune, which is what, like AJ Kazarian, I think, is in this. Beer Money. Doug Williams, I think, is in this.
Yeah, he's there.
Say?
He's there, though. Yeah.
He just joined in. They didn't care.
Yeah. So they're whooping their ass. And all the while, the crowd is all on their feet chanting TNA. They're chanting TNA. Raven's getting annihilated by a beer bottle. TNA. TNA. Then the Sandman comes in through the crowd. And boy, oh boy, does he take his fucking time, dude. He fucking walks down through the crowd, goes over the rail. He doesn't get in to help. He turns his back to the ring to go on the stairs and do his taunt, and then he gets annihilated by Doug Williams. Just fucking kills him. I said, what the fuck is going on here? Why is any of this happening? This is a brutal beatdown. The crowd's cheering for it. What is going on? Then Abyss comes down from the back. RVD is in the ring fighting. He drags RVD out of the ring, and then they start fighting on the floor, just going back and forth. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. Continuing to fuck these dudes up. The crowd then starts chanting, "This is awesome!"
These guys are bleeding. They're fucking like dying this bitch. Yeah, like this is crazy.
Like, and then one of the funniest fucking parts is they're showing like camera shots of random people in EV2 that are bleeding and dead, and then they just show Devon laying on the floor bleeding out. I said,
yeah, they do that.
Devon even
There's blood everywhere.
Dude, yeah, he's in a pool of blood. They just show him randomly.
Devon has such like an iconic sell whenever he's bleeding. Like he looks really fucked up, man.
Convulsing. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Ric Flair comes down to the ring with a big smile on his face, and then we go to the back. And
This is the most iconic TNA thing of all time.
So many people know of this and don't know any of the story around it or why it happened or when. They definitely didn't know it happened on the whole effing show.
No way.
Yeah, dude, no one knew that this happened on the whole effing show. Rob Van Dam died.
They go to the back, and it's a shot of RVD laying on the floor with, and this is an AEW Fight Forever amount of blood on RVD. He is covered head to toe in blood. It's almost like the Brood came in and bloodbathed him. He is soaked in blood in his gear, laid out in the back on the floor dead, and above him is holding Janice, which is also covered in blood, and Abyss raises it up and he goes,
Singlet torn to shreds, by the way. Fucking like one little fucking cutaway from being butt ass naked in the back, bloody as shit, torn to ass. Abyss killed Rob Van Dam. As far as anyone knows, at the end of the show, Rob Van Dam has died.
Yes, he's fucking dead, annihilated by a 2x4 with nails by Abyss. So we cut back to the fucking arena. Flair is flipping out near the guardrail, pointing at Dixie and says, "This is your fault. This is, lady, you brought this on yourself." Security's trying to make the save in the ring, but they're getting fucked up too. They show shots of everyone bleeding, and then it cuts to black and the TNA logo, and all you hear in the back is, "Woo!" Just Ric Flair yelling, and that was the end of the show. RVD died on his own show.
The whole effing show.
Van-detonator.
Goodness gracious.
The only thing they showed on reaction was shots of like kind of the smoke clearing after the brawl, like Fortune kind of just fucking walking around and everyone's dead. Tenay with the most, like maybe the most monotone I've ever heard Mike Tenay dub the voice, saying that like RVD's injuries are serious and he hopes they can get an update at the end of the hour. They show RVD being stretchered out and Simon Diamond on the phone yelling, Sonya and Simon Diamond, we're taking him to the hospital now," which is RVD's wife.
That's so fucking crazy.
Sonya.
And Mike Tenay here implies that They Are Coming was answered tonight, that it was Fortune and Abyss. But obviously that is not what happens there. That is not what it was. So let me say, I have a thing here from the Observer about RVD. Apparently, so this is so RVD gets killed, and then they just take the title off of him. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he loses it.
No,
right?
they vacate it. Yeah, they vacate the belt after this. I think.
Dies. Yeah. Well, apparently the reason RVD lost the title is because he signed a contract with a specific number of dates for the year, and they're already running low on the number, even though we're only in August, due to booking him on so many house shows. He could have dropped the title in the ring and taken time off, but to kick the angle off and build something for his return, they decided to do it this way and do a world title tournament. So when does RVD sign? It had to have been fucking
I don't know. Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe you're right. March 8th. He made his debut in TNA. So March to August, they already had booked him too many times that his contract said, "Whoa, no."
He won the belt a month later. Right? In April, he won the belt. So
I think so. Yeah.
So March, April, and then he faked.
So they had to kill him to get the belt.
It's fucking so crazy, man. Wow.
It's awesome. Yeah. What a show, though, man. I mean, the Motor City tag match is an all-timer. The ending segment,
it's probably one of the best episodes of TNA ever.
It's fucking crazy, which is crazy to say with how few segments there were.
Yeah.
It was just wrestling, and they were so scared to do this often. Yeah, where like they would just let the guys wrestle.
Yeah. No, they do the exact opposite. It'd be all segments, no wrestling.
The ending of the show was legit unbelievable. It needs to be. It needs to be seen to be.
Well,
believed.
those
And
EV2
nobody-
guys are going to take them to the next level, brother.
they shot us in the arm with the adrenaline that we needed, brother.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna go shoot my arm in the back as well, brother. But yeah, that was the whole effing show, and that is it for our podcast this week. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Make sure to join us next Monday for another episode of Deadlock Podcast. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/deadlockpw. Ton of shit on there. Check out DP fucking Dub, dpwondemand.com, motherfucker. Go check it out. All that shit on there. We'll see you next week. Come back.
Follow me now.
Let me hear you, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I couldn't get that voice.
Who the fuck was that?
I hear you. Oh, you can't. Oh, you
My
can't
bad,
do it.
bro.
Sorry,
I can't
man.
get
It's
that
all good, bro.
voice.
Sorry.